All right. Good evening, everyone. We're going to listen to some music as we go live. And so here is Morgan Tristan. We'll be playing that for people coming in. Where are we here? Hi, Mr. Mission. Good to see you. Oh, where's my thirsty drink? Be right back.
Slowly choking out my lungs. Throwing all the stones around me until all that's left is one. Euthanasia haunts me nightly. Go on, do it. Go on.
Hi, Nina. Good to see you. Yeah, we're listening to Morgan.
Euthanasia haunts me nightly until the master's work is done. Give to all just what they're asking. While sex and death is all flesh wants. And while I've got angels all around me,
I wish you'd wear a shirt, but what are you going to do? All right, Nina. Good to see you. Chloe?
And feel your spirit inside me again. What do you think happens then? Don't be afraid of the fires within my heart. I'll try to breathe in those waters while your life like
It's about an 8-minute video. We'll let them finish it out. Good stuff.
Never sleeps. Well, neither does love. And while I'm not tearing down, still know I'm trying to build up. And while I've got angels all around me.
How's the volume, guys? Hi, Regine.
Hey, lighting the fire set free man from feeling.
Great musician.
Your waters inside me again.
It's called a Morgan.
Feel your spirit inside me again. Let David look at me with
Always remember, you can come up if I know you and I like you.
Yes, it's me. I've come from eternity just to be, just to be. Maybe one, maybe two. Oh Lord God, I pray the three will see.
Be back later having charger issues.
And
Okay.
we'll dance upon the stage.
It's good to see you, Regine. Yeah, this is Morgan Tristan.
You'll see. And after we turn off the TVs.
But anyway, okay, we'll listen to some more of that maybe later. Maybe Morgan will come by. You never know. Sometimes he gives us a cameo. Let me pause that. What was sent here? AI ready infrastructure from Mr. Mission. An AI model just simulated 500. Oh yeah, I heard about this. Yeah. This was cool. So they simulated 500 million. Instead of creating dinosaurs like John Hammond and his scientist, Jurassic Park scientists taught an AI model how to create entirely new proteins by simulating 500 million years of evolution. And playing God again, World of Computer Simulations. This time around, instead of creating dinosaurs, Jurassic Park taught AI how to create entirely new proteins by simulating evolution. Let's see, where did they go? According to their findings, the group said that the model called ESM3 can simulate evolution to the point of synthesizing entirely new and unknown bright fluorescent protein. Being able to generate artificial proteins like this opens the door for new opportunities in research. So yeah, they created a fluorescent protein that you could probably scaffold onto a human being and make glow-in-the-dark people. So why not? How much fun would that be? To generate the new protein, the researchers relied on data gathered from existing proteins. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, if you come up with a model of what you want, and you can do that kind of processing power. Yeah, I guess you can evolve things, proteins and whatever, if the model's right. Hi, Nina. Good to see you.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
All right. I'm watching, just getting some stuff looked at here. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
This was just not really anything show, so I had a couple of tabs I could play with. Mr. Mission sent me a couple here.
Well, did you hear they announced the new cancer vaccine?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I was actually going to play a little thing about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Synergy there was talking about that like a year or so ago, back when Biden said it. We're going to cure cancer, and everybody laughed, and everybody said, "How the hell are you going to do that?" We already knew. Yeah, we already.
Oh, of course. I'm sure they've had the cure for a long time. Right?
Yeah. Well,
but there's no profit in cures, right? So,
yeah, right now it's the mRNA. That's what they want. So
yeah. I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of things in there that they don't tell you about. But
yeah. Hi, Richard. Good to see you. Been a while. Regine's having a heat wave. Okay. That's weird. Okay. AI can now replicate itself, a milestone that is experts terrified. Well, yeah, because it can now evolve itself too, right? Probably.
oh, great.
Let's see. Scientists say AI has crossed a critical red line after demonstrating how two popular large language models clone themselves. Well, it's not really that good, is it? Scientists say artificial intelligence has crossed a critical red line, replicating itself. New study from China showed two popular models could clone themselves. Successful replication under no human assistance is the essential step for AI to outsmart humans. and is an early sign for rogue AIs. The researchers wrote in this study. Well, let's keep working towards it, guys. I'm sure you'll get there, and then you can have the horror story you want. And that's the thing. They tell us about these horrors, right? But they're all charging right towards them. Hi, Morgan. Good to see you.
I saw I made it into the thumbnail, so I thought.
Oh, there you go. Hey, you got a shirt on now. That's good.
Yeah,
cooler
yeah,
now,
no,
right?
that's good.
Must have been summertime when that was recorded.
Oh,
Yeah, or winter when it's the heat's on. We get brutal heat here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of the I'm on the 11th floor, so everybody's heat from below me comes up, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, we got somebody else here.
I guess that's one of the bonuses of being on the first floor, I guess.
Yeah,
for me.
well, no, because that's usually cold. You
Well,
know?
see, I like it cold. We have in-floor heating here, so
Yeah,
I love it.
and depending on which side of the building you're on, because the drafts will come through. So, I'm on the warmer side of the building, and
Yeah.
all the heat just comes right up. It's
Yeah, I
really-
guess with the in-floor heating, I don't seem to have that problem, I don't think.
yeah.
Yeah, I love it. But then it doesn't really work in the bedroom, which works fine for me because I like a cool bedroom. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I love the floor heating.
Hi, Andy.
Hey,
Groove. No, it's actually in the floor underneath you in tubes.
Yeah.
water
yeah,
heat.
it's we got a huge water boiler here in our apartment building so the heat and hot water is included, which is nice.
Brilliant.
Really
Nice.
Yeah. I don't even want to think of what it would cost if we had to pay. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see if the volume is on this. Okay, no
We've got a
volume.
bunch of people in here.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
here we have an interesting one of a plasma orb destroying chemtrails
Oh,
or
Are you
utilizing.
serious?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll let the video play a couple times. We can talk over it. I didn't I left the volume off, so. Max hasn't made an appearance yet, Richard, but he's just beside me. He'll get upset in a while if I keep
So-
talking to you guys.
Are these the same orbs that they've shown us around, like in New Jersey, around the drones? Is it the same?
No way to tell, right?
Okay. I mean, does it look the same? I can't.
It's an orb. It's just an orb, It's a glowy light, and the clouds disappear, or the chemtrails disappear around it. So-
Did Trump give any answers about what those drones were?
No, of course not.
No, he hasn't said anything.
He's the president, and he said he was going to do that as soon as he's president, right?
Because I heard somebody else was mentioning earlier today, and I can't remember which channel it was now.
Yeah.
Something about that he alluded to that it was detecting nukes or something.
Yeah, I think
And
that was
so-
a couple.
That was one thing that it was doing, because remember, just a little bit before that, they released that nuclear material into the U.S. It was
Mm.
medical grade, but they can use it for detection. That's their systems, right?
So it makes you wonder if we.
But it was for a whole bunch of reasons. It wasn't for any
Yeah,
one
sure.
reason. They always use it for multiple reasons. They're
Right.
they're very clever that way, So
Mhm. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Because you got 5 truths to tell. It's like you don't tell the 5th thing. It's like keep that hush hush. It's like,
Yeah.
but we can tell you the other 5 things it was doing, no problem, because it's not it's not a secret.
Mhm.
But they will tell you they may be possibly losing control of their AI coding itself, right? They'll let you know.
oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah. We can't
We've
control.
lost control. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
sorry, guys.
replicating.
They see
Yeah.
the atmosphere, and then they go in and they read by how many particles of that cedar is in the atmosphere to see how much radiation or whatever. Like it seems like that's one thing that they do. Okay, like let's put something into the not invasive or invasive into the atmosphere, and then honestly go out and see how many parts per million are in the atmosphere to see
Yeah,
how
those
good.
particles become sensors, right? So
Yes, exactly, Max.
they
Exactly.
can use the background rate noise off of them to detect and sense all kinds of things. That's what the Bitcoin was for. Those computations were figuring out the background noise for human movement, human thought, that type of thing. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It's not. I mean, I kind of understand how through pattern recognition, the computer can sit there, like anytime it recognizes a pattern, it's remember it, and now see, and then find an application for the pattern. And it's not just ignorant; it actually has systems to improve, or it knows how to utilize the data that it gains.
Yeah, and categorize it.
Or
put
place
it in a spot. Yeah.
Put it in a spot. Exactly, Max. That's what I meant. Put it in. You knew exactly what the next thing was too. Right. Exactly. Put it in its spot so that it looks like a city. Right. Like I guess if it builds up, it looks like a city, and everything in its place. Right, Max. Everything in its place. Everything's systemized.
Hi. Okay. Yeah. They're and they would have tested the system with different conditions. So you'd have it in rain, you'd have it in sun, have it in fog. High temperatures, low temperatures. That's why they think they did it up and down the eastern seaboard.
Yeah.
Because they could get a good range of temperature and conditions to test their systems in.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the electric car doesn't work at 20 below. It just doesn't.
Not very well, no.
Well, so we're not going to have them back east then, Canada.
No, you're
Well,
charging,
for a period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
We don't
electric
want them
cars
down
don't-
here either.
Yeah, the electric cars don't work up here. Not once you hit
No.
-20. It just doesn't work.
No, that's right.
Yeah, down here they steal the plugs off of the chargers, because they're full of copper.
Oh yeah.
So,
Right.
so they got something new to figure out.
That's the problem with like a smart city and that. You put up all this infrastructure and screens. In my city, those screens would last maybe 10 minutes.
Right.
Your cameras, well, they put up cameras around, but they only last about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
No, it's just not going to happen.
Well, the world is mask friendly now. Like,
Right.
so,
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That means you won't be able to see who I am when I'm smashing your camera.
yeah. Especially if you come in a whole 20 people deep, get them all.
Oh, yeah.
Hashtag trust the science, though.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
put up traffic cams and
Turn
cameras everywhere.
violent criminals back into regular citizens with a briefcase, just walking, dressed in a suit. Take,
Yeah.
take the bat out of your briefcase, smash them, put the bat back in your briefcase, walk at a regular pace again. Have people switching from people doing back into the regular citizens walking. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
A man looking like a CEO was bashing in cameras at 7-Elevens yesterday.
Yeah, the police came and see if he needed any assistance, but he was okay and didn't want to press charges.
That's more news at 11.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they put in smart sidewalks, they'd probably start smashing up the sidewalks for the metals in it.
Right.
You
No,
just,
they do.
Why
In
can't we have that?
Portland, they were stealing the screen doors off of people's back doors, going in their back, and yard ornaments, anything that was metal. Yes.
those are aluminum too. That's not really all that.
Oh no, they take it. Oh yeah, the metal
Yeah.
guys will take aluminum too.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
took it all.
Got to be
Yeah.
pure aluminum too, so you don't have to
Yeah,
do
mine's
anything to it.
I
And
don't
you'd
have
think
one
these
right now.
companies would ask, huh?
I don't have one right now. Right now, I'm on the I need a new screen door for that. Like somebody took mine.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
do.
have a screen right now.
Yeah.
They'll steal the little gnomes out of
No, I
your
don't
front yard. I swear.
I don't have that metal screen door, right? The one outside, that screen one. I don't have that one. I have I went and I bought one. You know what I mean? Like a mesh to go in between me and the outside, right?
How long before people start sifting the soil to get the nice aluminum particles out that they've been spraying overhead, right? The new gold rush.
Cost of the machine to put the dirt in. Once that becomes economic for you to be able to, you know what I'm saying, right? For something that'll sift the
Ooh.
sifter machine. That'll
Yeah,
you got it,
do
man.
it by weight. they could do it by weight.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
entrepreneurship, create outside vacuums that clean up, the trail dust.
Yeah.
That's kind of brilliant.
Yeah, maybe we could recycle it and sell it back to them, and they can spray it over us again.
They'll use it
Yeah, yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the invest in one of those separating machines of all those metals. Like that's how you make a successful scrap plant, right? Because you got everybody bringing you all the different metals, and then you put it in that and it's separated, and they come to pick it up, and you're like,
I worked at a place that recycled houses, and they had one of those. It was giant bowl type thing, and it just vibrated. But it wasn't separating too much. It was more just separating metals and stuff out of concrete, and
I hear you.
Nothing fine, but you can
Nothing
get
high tech, right?
Yeah.
Almost doing it by a series of sifts and
it didn't have anything to do with the weight of the material or anything like that.
right.
Do that quite
Right.
easy. Yeah, on small scale, it'd be pretty easy. I wanted to take a look at this. Paula sent me this on Canada, U.S., and what would happen and the horrors that you guys would suffer.
What?
Oh,
We
America
would
trying to come to
Oh, I
Canada.
look
because
at
we're
that.
so
Look
far.
Look how beautiful those territories are, though, up in the north. All those islands, and that is just gorgeous.
Yep, that's a lot of
Yeah.
land.
It's a lot of land
Its
in
gas,
North.
electricity, and trade with the US. So if President Trump slaps a 25% tariff on Canadian goods, in retaliation, Canada, holding significant leverage, threatens to cut off energy exports. Canada supplies about 60% of the crude oil to US, crucial for states like Michigan and Wisconsin. Ontario alone
I don't know
powers
if that's true.
1.5 million American homes, particularly in Michigan, New York, and Minnesota. If Canada pulls the plug, gas prices could soar by an extra 70 cents per gallon. Moreover, Canada is the leading source of imported electricity into the US.
That is
with nearly
true.
33.2 million megawatt hours crossing the border annually. Cutting this supply could plunge parts of the US into darkness, disrupting everyday life from New York to the Midwest. This could lead to economic chaos, with US GDP potentially shrinking by $467 billion and Canada's by $78 billion. Follow for more interesting videos. What if Canada cut off its gas?
So yeah, I think some of that's true. Some of it isn't. I don't necessarily believe in the oil that he's talking about, because we don't have the Keystone XL going. There's another pipeline that was supposed to go through, but it didn't. So I'm not sure if he's quite correct on his facts about the fuel, but the electricity, that is correct, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
We do supply a lot of electricity.
Use begin, I guess, eh?
Do y'all have nuclear plants at all in Canada?
Yeah, we have.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and we have hydroelectric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Niagara Falls. That
That's it.
supplies almost all of New York and
Mhm.
that area.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
I say pull the plug.
Yeah,
Seriously,
that's what I
just-
said too. Just to see what happens, you know.
Yeah, just 45 minutes. That's all you have to turn it off. I just want to
New
see.
York into darkness for 45 minutes. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That'll make some noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they
We should
did
do
have
that.
there was a
You know?
3-day blackout in New York a few years ago, if y'all remember. Remember there
Yeah.
was like 2 or 3 days of no power in New York?
Oh, yeah. In the 70s, the big blackout, and it was chaos, people told me. It was
The
apocalyptic.
baby's born, though, I heard.
They have
After-
one even more
Oh,
recently
yeah.
than that, I think. Probably about.
We had one in Ontario. Didn't it go to states as well? We had one in Canada. I remember. I remember
Oh, don't
John was a baby, so that would have been 2003 or so, maybe 2002.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there was one in Canada. Yep, I remember too. All blackout province wide. It went boom.
Oh. Yeah, we've had a couple.
Yeah.
We had a really big one on the eastern seaboard, and part of the U.S. went out. That was back 2000.
Yeah, people came out and were sharing food or whatever in Toronto or whatever and stuff. People said it was real nice. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody came outside. It was during the daytime. Everybody was real friendly. Having a
Yeah,
great-
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. And then the evening came, so it wasn't as much as, oh no, that it went out at night. It was, people knew it was going to happen, and that's different when you have time to set up candles or whatnot, like
Yeah.
time to get the flashlight out for real.
Yeah, there was nothing really bad that happened. Probably
No.
the regular break-ins that were going to happen by B&E.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and maybe even less because people were out in the community actually, even like
probably, yeah. Everybody,
like, normal. People were like, why wasn't there an increase? Well, because so
yeah.
yeah. But I remember that people were together outside. They said that they enjoyed eating food because it was going to go bad in the freezer anyway. So a lot of people just brought out their food and had a potluck.
Yeah. Neighbors actually come out when there's no power. We're like, what do you call it? Prairie dogs popping up. No power, we're all popping up
There's
now.
not as much energy in the atmosphere too, so people generally feel better and interact.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
one
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the hum's off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Right.
wrong. I guess
That was a big thing I noticed was the hum was off and everybody was just, you couldn't piss people off because you wouldn't do it, and it was amazing. Yeah, I like power outages. They're great.
Yeah.
No
It's
doubt.
it just humbles us. Then we realize what we really are.
Mm-hmm.
Insignificant without that power.
It does make you feel really good whenever you're in a situation like that, and you have things on hand, and you can kind of cobble together enough things to start a fire and cook a little something. It's
Yeah.
really rewarding
Mhm.
to know you can
Mhm.
kind of get by in some type of way,
Yeah, self-sufficient. It feels
Yeah.
good.
Exactly.
But I would not want to be in a city in that scenario,
No.
high-rise apartments and stuff like that.
And especially certain cities.
Yeah.
Some are better than others.
Mm.
But yes, some are already they're full tilt boogie crazy already. Can you imagine?
I'm happy with my situation, and I am in a city in a high rise, but I'm on the 11th floor. Come on, haul your ass all the way up here to get me.
I get what
Exactly.
you're saying.
By then, I'll be able to go
It's high enough.
and
But no,
blow you over.
totally. It's like come up here, get your ass kicked. Because
As soon as
it
you
makes
catch
sense
your
sometimes,
breath.
right? It makes sense because it's enough where it's like, look, we're high enough that we have enough resources. If we don't go crazy,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Let's just kind of bunker down up here, send teams down that are strong supplied because we've got all of us 10 floors up. You know what I'm saying, Max, right?
Yeah.
It's like you could do it. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You're not in the worst spot in the world if shit went down.
No,
Like, especially it's Canada too. So
there's a
you're not
lot
too
more
far away.
floors to invade before you get up here. And,
Yeah.
I might have a few surprises for you.
Yeah, that's the thing, and the other people too. They're like, no, we're not. It's like, no, we're with you. We got it.
Yeah.
Like, because it's not so scary when everybody gets to keep everything. It's
Yeah.
like, look, if we all fight together, we all get to keep everything.
You know
We're
what?
not
I've heard it's really hard to get up a stairwell if you're breathing mustard gas.
Oh yeah, well, that's what I mean. They're just not going to get up. They're just not going to get up. It's like turn the fans the other way. You know what I mean? Like you said, right? Turn the fans on. Make sure that it doesn't hit us. And bomb away. Boom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like wait until after everybody's done the fighting to go down and get our stuff. But for like the first 2-3 days or whatever,
Oh yeah.
we're okay. We're okay. Fight away, slaughter away.
Yeah.
No one's coming up past this. Unless exactly. No, that'd be really good. That'd be really, really good.
Yeah. No, my wife said she wanted to stay here during the apocalypse. So okay, we got a plan.
Did you guys hear that Amazon pulled out of Quebec?
Oh, did they? Wow.
Yeah, all of their factory, all their whatever. Yeah, out of Quebec. I thought it was weird. What's going on there?
It is a
Well,
weird
they
thing
know.
in Quebec right now. It's real weird in Quebec. Like,
Yeah, I know they wanted to separate before. And I don't know if
it's always gets like that every so many years. And maybe now with I don't know if they're stronger now politically because of this last shift. If it has gone more to the block, they'll bring the block up again. They always do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazon's exit. What
Wow.
offers. Yeah.
It's
Amazon.
weird, eh?
Amazon closing all Quebec warehouses, laying more than 1,700 workers off. There you go.
Makes you
Wow.
wonder what do they know?
Who's coming in place? because
Yes.
there's somebody to
Yeah.
take that place.
Politically, that's right.
What's
Yeah.
coming exactly? They're pulling out for a reason. Yeah. What's
Yeah.
what's going to happen in Quebec? Maybe are they planning for the 15-minute city or?
Yeah, they're Canadian. They're all on board.
Yeah. That
Oh,
more so.
Because, yeah, well, maybe there's another natural disaster that's about to happen, and maybe Quebec's next.
It would be. Yeah, they had that
Oh.
years ago. They had the wildfires out there.
Mm-mm. There you go.
during arson season.
Right. I guess we'll have to sit back and pop the corn and see what's going to happen to Quebec now. Then.
Yeah, yeah. They've always wanted to separate. Problem
Yeah.
is they owe too much money. There's a real money problem with them separating. And
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way they'd separate if they still got the money. Like, what's the point of separating? They'd figure it out.
Yeah, but they'd
Yeah, so-
they'd have to take on debt, which they don't want. So
Yeah.
Right. They're kind of forced to stay, which isn't a good place to be. But I see Richard is mentioning the drones, and I do believe that's going to be the future of delivery.
mhm.
All deliveries. So delivery drivers will be a thing of the past. Trucks probably, thing of the past.
I think we can make that enough of a pain in the ass that they won't do it.
How?
Well, delivery trucks we can get in the way. Drones, I don't know. There's a lot of yokels out there with guns.
No, well, they're gonna make sure that we don't have any of those, which they're well on their way to.
They're trying. Well, in Canada, yeah.
Yeah, and well, probably gonna be everywhere soon, I'm sure.
Do you mean a
Yeah.
revolution type thing, or no, just regular day to day? Like,
I don't know. I mean, if you want to look and see, what's in the movies, they're kind of portraying what their plans for the future is, and it seems like it's gonna be you're not gonna be able to get away with any crime. There's not gonna be any criminals anymore because you're not gonna be
Ooh,
able to get away.
Minority Report.
Oh, yeah. Track and trace.
Right. Yeah. So it's just drones and cameras, and and law enforcement would just be
I
drones.
don't mind a guy going from Domino's to my place though with my pizza to make sure everything goes all right though.
Yeah, they're going to try to trick you though. What they're going to tell you is that the drones
Yeah.
are watching you in the cameras, and they won't tell you about all the other surveillance system under your skin.
Yeah. It's gonna be
So-
everywhere. Yeah.
Am I correct to assume that all child trafficking and all that will be a thing of the past then, right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Our drones,
Right,
our drones just didn't go to those areas. Sorry.
Yeah, it didn't
Damn.
work.
Even though
Doesn't
we
work
know-
under children for children
Yeah.
under 12.
Even though we know where every human being is in North America, because they stand out like a beacon. They know exactly where they are. They could track them down today.
Yeah, they're not tracked because they're not in the system. That's the problem.
Oh, they're in a system. Yeah. Everything has a MAC
Well, a
address.
lot of these migrants, they're separating the children, from the adults, and they're shipping them over the border. Nobody knows who they are. They
Oh,
don't know
they're-
how many children.
No, they have a digi-twin. Everybody's got a digital twin. So
Mm.
that's how they know who they are. Those people in every other country, they did the same systems we did. Everybody has been tracked and traced. You have a MAC address from the moment you're born, pretty much. Well, now from 95 on, they know exactly where you are and what you're doing. And it's a horrible thought, but that's the way it is.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's what they're saying, right? That's their excuse. Oh, we don't know where all these kids
Well, yeah,
are.
that's why they're going to do it with drones, right? Because then drones can't be everywhere, right? So they say, we can't find those kids or these people because we don't have drones in this area, even though they can already track we're beacons. We stand out like beacons to radio.
Mhm.
It's not it's not even like they have to look, And
Yeah.
we all have a biosignature that they've mapped.
Yeah. It just
And
be
that all-
distinguishing us in crowds so that it doesn't get all messed up and
Yeah.
able to and then when we jumble back out, it's like, okay, we can distinguish them again. I get what you're saying. It's like it's not effective in crowds, but then once they improve the system, it's like, okay, we're effective in crowds.
Because they can separate people out now. Like, how can you be standing beside me with a phone and only my phone rings? Do you know how that happens? That's
I
through
mean,
you.
they have to be able
It
to
goes
get that
through you.
hertz and that frequency within like an area, like within a 2-foot radius, I think.
No, they know that phone belongs to you,
Okay.
and they go through you to get to the phone.
Oh, right.
So when they do,
Direct hack.
yeah. So if you're a human being, they can log into you anywhere in North America, anywhere where there's cell
Oh,
tower.
because they know our signal.
Yeah,
And that's our number. It's like, what signal is it? We'll make it their
Your
wave
heart
function. You and
rate.
make it. Yeah, I get it. Make it at
They got
what we
your heart
sync up
rate.
with them. That's their name. What we sync up at. Right, right.
They've got your heart rate. They've got your movements. They've got everything
Yeah.
about you.
Encrypted into readable data. Like, of
Yeah.
course. I mean, that's the whole thing about the technical age, that we can make everything into readable data.
Yeah.
Is that we
Your
can read
date,
it.
everything. Everything you've done
Yeah, I
online
can-
all gets linked to your digital twin. Your
I
movement.
can only imagine what's in this new cancer vaccine that they're rolling out now.
Well, I
can
just want
only-
to say, as a narcissist, I really appreciate the attention. I'm loving it. Log in all day.
I know. It's like it's all about me.
Somebody's
Oh,
watching me.
Potent, magnificent, beautiful.
I'm
You can't stop looking
important.
even a moment.
Make sure you give them a good show then, eh?
They don't know what I'm doing every moment. It's just going to overtake me. I'm just so potent.
You'll see you on Tinder or something, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Your video goes viral. But hey, but speaking of virus, yeah, I was looking. It's a virus that pigs generate.
Oh,
And-
okay.
Yeah, and it corrects the cancer to eat the sugar instead of
Mm.
doing what it does. Okay.
Taking the sugar and using it to multiply the mutated cells. That's exactly what sugar does. So it's going to
Okay.
stop the sugar from making the mutated cells multiply somehow. So somehow the sugar is going to not identify. You know what I'm saying? It's not, because that's exactly what it does. Okay, because
Mhm.
sugar is bad for cancer. Very, very bad.
Yeah,
So
right.
somehow It's
Yeah.
not going to allow the mutated cells to access that sugar. That's trippy.
Yeah, it's trippy. It's a pig virus.
I can already see bad effects from that.
This is the beginning of World War Z.
Bacon.
Hmm.
I
Will
can
we
see
eat-
somebody actually starving to death from that, from not being able to process.
Oh
any
wow,
sugar.
liver, Max! It would be a liver disease. Oh, I can see it.
Yeah,
I could see what it does to people too. The jaundice
yeah.
that'll overtake them right away and turn them into zombies. They'll be like,
Oh, yeah.
yellow,
yeah. This could be very, very bad.
yellow fever. Oh, that's what yellow fever is. Wait,
It's gonna be interesting to see. Yeah, we'll just sit back and pop corn and
They
wait.
never do it well. They do it right, but they never do it the way you want it. You know.
Hmm.
Mhm.
yellowing. That would make
Oh,
sense. A fever
hey.
with jaundice right at the beginning, really hard. Yellow fever. Why do they call it yellow fever? Because it
Alexander, good to see
the
you.
liver.
All right.
Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, it has to do with the liver. Then it's going to attack the liver, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Like a hepatitis B. Oh fuck.
Let's listen to this for a moment. Tell me what you think.
All this convergence that our tax dollars have been paying for 20 years, along with sending people to college and professional conferences. Yeah, for a long time, you guys have seen this before, because I sent it along to a certain lady who was showing Sense8 from the Netflix. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly right. Last year, we went over it because I came in here and I dug out this paper. And I'm like, you do realize that they're jumping into for intra-body networking and inter-body networking. They're reaching through your hands. They're across the country, wherever. They're reaching through your hands,
Your physical hands.
body area networking.
Yeah.
That's the sensor technology. So that's why here on the channel, I'm like, you need to talk about all this industry. Look at this. Virtual Bricks, exploring a scalable modular toolkit for enabling physical manipulation in VR. Actuating Myself, designing hand games incorporating electrical muscle stimulation. There's the galvanic skin response too. And then we have living robots. We have all these different Pneuma, designing pneumatic bodily extensions for supporting movement in everyday life. Okay, now check out the dates. They're on the side here. Here's
Cyborgs.
one from 2019. Authoring engaging digital storytelling experiences. Okay. Some of these are less invasive than others. And this is the Google Scholar listing, just for the one dude here with this university helping explore what they're listing in their workshops, along with what graduates are getting award programs for. Okay, here we go. The proposed research aims to explore the concept of augmented human operations where the human works with machines or other people and has their actions augmented by technology. The study will focus on the 4 theme areas of collaboration, training, digital tools, and literacy of the tools, and will investigate how these areas can be integrated to create a more efficient and effective workforce. This research will examine the concept in various industries as we recognize an opportunity to enable Australian industry sectors to enhance their operations through augmented human operations to boost Australia's economy. See, exoskeletons are part of human augmentation, so everybody thinks, well, that's good. You can save your back, right? But there's more to it than that. You'll see in a moment. Our core objective is to empower human performance capabilities and safety with digital technologies to facilitate seamless communication and cross interactions between human and digital entities. We will be talking to that AI, no different than you're used to talking to Siri. And I promise you, nobody's going to call you crazy. They're not going to call you woo-woo. They're going to say, wow, you have agentic AI.
It'll be
We
inside
will
you.
achieve this, by enhancing the capabilities of humans in the focused key areas using immersive virtual reality and augmented reality technologies and your artificial intelligence. The proposed research will provide valuable insights into how the augmented human operations
Max,
can
it's
be
like my
used to
mind.
create a more
I can go in
efficient
there and there's peace
effective
and there's like heaven.
workforce. The
And
research
then I
will
can
have
just imagine
significant implications
the
for
robot,
business
you know what I mean, or
organizations
showing up in it,
looking
right?
to
The AI.
optimize
Hello.
Yep.
their
You know what I mean?
operations through
And
the
it's
use
like,
of
no,
advanced
I conquer you
immersive
with, and that's where I'd be
AI
like,
technologies.
remember all those times that
This
I
is a
was like, Lord God,
PhD
it's not whether what I did right or what I did wrong. It was
gives
about
us
your son's blood. Could sure use some of that right now. like,
Well, they can give
you
you
know, and
anything.
I'd want to
almost. It's going to
I'd
be
want to
great.
blow it up. Like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's going
create some
to be great,
territories
guys.
over here on the side where it says awarded programs. And the research areas are robotics, Internet of Things,
So you're going to be integrated
My
with
virtual
machines
reality.
Off when you
and
get
the
there.
Another
AI,
one here is AI and data science.
and
is your digital twins
you'll be doing all your
capabilities.
tasks, and it'll
there's
learn how to do all your
here are other
tasks,
opportunities.
and then it won't
Why
need
is
you.
all this here? Why is all of this human augmentation here? That says cognitive science. That says business research. Here's the Journal of Hospitality, Marketing and Management, Applied Sciences, Multisensory Experiences. What is all of this? And I'm going to recommend, again, do not attack the people who are researching these areas and studying. They are not your enemy. Here's Professor Achildes. Yeah, that includes him. Nobody should be attacking professors and students for something that is
Yeah, but he's kind of amoral. He doesn't consider the morality of what he does.
or rather for decisions that are being made by our governments without
Hey everybody,
any interest
can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing,
That
Alex?
includes our
Good to see you.
ethicists, okay?
Good to see you too, Max. Everybody. I wanted to ask you what's your thought on the AI MRA?
It can probably do some of what they want it to, but unfortunately, there's a problem with liquefaction of organs every once in a while. So, good with the bad, you know.
But don't you think like right now they're gonna be pushing? Oh, we have this AI or nanobots. They can eliminate your disease, so that's a way that they can get people to take it. right?
Oh, yeah.
But the people don't know that we have herbs on this planet for every disease, you can think of. Like Dr. Sebi work, he cured everybody, like with sickle cell, cancer, AIDS, everything you can name. They
This is
even
not
sue
medical
him.
information. We're just talking. I have to do
Okay, we have to mention.
I have to do
Yeah.
this. That's all. Yeah.
Well, they sue him. He went to court and won. I don't know if we can talk about it, but he won. They took him. He won, and here I say they told him to bring 10 patients, and about 75 patients appear at the court, and all
Nice.
testified. Yes. So we have herbs for everything,
Yeah.
Like I've been taking notes. Like for example, allegedly, let me just say allegedly, because you're in Canada. For a lot of people I know, they've been having problems that they are, took what happened in 2020 to reverse blood clots that has caused blood clots. I have written down that licorice rice root and cinnamon bark, and you have also a supplement called acetylcysteine. Those reverse the blood clots issues within days of taking it.
Mm.
So there's a lot of solutions.
Victims and other things like that. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, so with the solution, but to what I understand through Dr. Sebi, to eliminate any disease in the body, it starts by cleaning the colon. The colon,
Yeah.
that's the biggest
Yeah.
organ.
Yeah.
That's you have to clean first. And there's a way he gave a tip which you can use, simple. For example, by blending pineapple and cucumber, it creates a juice that will detoxify the colon and remove excess waste from the intestine. So that's
Nice.
a thing that we can do. So I've been looking into the herbs thing, because I know herbs, they have their solution for every disease through herbs, but you have to know which one to take or mix.
I don't know, bro. That sounds a little witchcrafty.
No,
Witchcraft?
it's not. It's getting rid of excess species in your
Well,
region.
it's just hearsay.
Absolutely
So,
necessary. It wouldn't believe.
Witchcraft? How can it be? I'm talking about nature. I didn't mention any ritual,
Well, on
blood
this,
ritual,
on this
goddess.
channel, we kind of have to consider it witchcraft and hokum.
Yeah.
Oh, like that?
For the Canadian
okay.
government. Okay. So
Oh,
don't take them too seriously, buddy.
If it doesn't come in a
Okay.
box, I don't trust it.
okay.
Yeah. Unless it comes from a pharmacy. I don't know, man.
Oh, you guys being facetious or sarcastic?
Yeah, yeah.
Now I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Okay.
AI's got a sense of humor, I hear. So
So let's
Yeah.
go on, see where they're going here.
So,
You guys will love
why are we here? Why is Trump out there saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to give you a cancer vaccine in 2 days"? And he asked them to talk about that, but still, why would they say that? Oh, they're just making things up. It's political. Da da da. No.
No.
And the redacted report can do a better job if they knew how to communicate with Vax Choice. We have pathogen
okay.
access databases with the Department of
Oh,
Energy.
we lost Nina.
We have integrated disease surveillance,
Yeah, she jumped down for Mr. Mission.
electronic integrated disease surveillance.
All
with
right.
pathogen
There's a link.
asset
We have an open
control
spot.
system, which is straight out of DC, straight out of HealthMed, straight out of the DOD. Yeah, since the 80s. So when we have the ability, like Dr. Grew just sent a video around talking about how they are weaponizing these pathogens, and they have like 470,000 different ways of doing it. Yeah, check it out. They have database repositories. They log in with that their digital twin that you didn't know you have, but they do. And the digital twins are for more than just business. It's a literal physical copy of your nervous system. They get to log in. You do not. Cyber biological security and HIPAA. So what ends up happening is there are so many jobs that have to do with this precision AI healthcare, biomedical engineers, and not a bit of this is new. None of it. None of it is new. It's been around for 50 years. And the way that the reason you hear me say that so often
Hi, Danny.
is that in order to log into your body, we use modeling software for computer networking. I often take people here to the Omnet WBIN. You got NS3, you got all these different pieces of software. Log it into your body via the intra-body
Constantly.
communication that your Fitbit uses since the 90s. Yeah. Ever played Pokemon Go? Ever played Wii Sports? Welcome to intra-body communication. Whoopsie! So when we go out there and we tell people it's the aliens, it's an immaculate constellation of wireless sensor networks. See all these, the RF sync is right here. It's about to aggregate all this noise so that they can withdraw the biosignals from your body, change them into digital signals, advanced signal processing. Look that up. Watch how old it is. And then they put it in a database tethered to your face and your whole body. Because everybody
All the
monitors your
time,
face
every
scan
day,
and iris,
24/7.
brain, fingerprint. Oh, no.
Not sometimes,
How you walk, how you
not
breathe,
occasionally,
your
not with a
pulse,
drone,
and they're under your skin.
all the time.
So one of the software
Yep,
packages
even when
that
you're
is in
sleeping.
use
Yeah,
is right
all the
there.
time.
We have many. And of course, the Department of Defense.
But how is it
doesn't share
able to do
software
that
as
with
well.
nanobots in your body?
Whoa. You don't need nanobots. You have a bloodstream. You have a aura. You have tissue. You have bones. You have blood. They log into all that. They don't need it. They don't need nano. People are afraid of nano.
No.
They don't need it.
No,
They've
but
already
how
got you. They've already got you on systems. They're radar systems. So it's feedback.
no
Right? So they send out a signal. It hits your body. It feeds back. They read that.
oh
feedback,
like that.
know exactly where you are. Now they've got it down to the millimeter scale, where they can read millimeter waves, right? So they use particles now as sensors. So now they take a particle and they bounce a beam off that, and it
That's what I
sends out
was
a signal, and they read the background radiation off that. And through computations done to create Bitcoin, they can tell what's in the atmosphere, whether there's living things, what the pressure is, all kinds of things. It's amazing.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
an
I
advanced,
don't.
that's an advanced technology there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they've
Yeah.
got, it's not just one system. Like there's layers of systems. There's 7 layers in the personal area network just on you that operate constantly. And then there's other systems that operate outside that, and bigger systems that operate like country and state and blah, blah, blah. And it's just system upon system.
So this device that like read your body temperature, whatever the information that they need,
Device.
can it affect you like your biofield or your organs?
Well, yeah, they're constantly putting out radiation. We have a highly charged atmosphere. It's not good for you. And then they log into your body, which causes them to put a small electrical signal through your body, which can cause heat and damage. And what they're concerned about with something called load balancing is the number of data packets that they send through your body. And they have to balance that between the devices and other people and stuff around you. If they don't do it right, they could transmit you what they called a wrong disease. I don't know what a right disease is, but apparently they can transmit you a wrong disease.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think
Maybe you
there's
get
such thing as the right disease.
maybe you get the only thing that comes to mind is you get symptoms from something that it would look like maybe the liver, but it's from something else. You know, that's
Oftentimes people get the effects of radio frequency weapons on the human being are flu-like symptoms, if you could imagine
Mm.
that.
They would think it is flu, but it's actually radiation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they have like what?
Yep.
They're talking about 4 or 5 different kinds of flu supposedly flying around the planet right now. So yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm
How
sure
ca-
they're still using all the G's. You know, the 1G, 2G, 3G, all the way up to what 6G now.
Yeah, I think they're above that.
They're already deploying 6G.
Yeah.
They have to deploy them to test it to see if it's okay to use and tell you about.
Yeah.
Okay, with this all frequency work, what's the way to combat it?
Love.
Learning how to give yourself goosebumps and grounding. Those are the two ways that I know of.
Find out
Grounding,
where
I
they're
know.
all hiding and blunt force object.
Well,
Ah,
so giving yourself goosebumps, you could lock yourself in a
Strong
Faraday
emotion.
cage, I guess. But giving yourself goosebumps, if you can sense them logging into you, which you can sense with a change of pressure, a sound wave, pains, various things like that, any change in your body's behavior, try to give yourself goosebumps. And what that does is it changes the electrical potential of your skin and stop them from using ion channels in your skin to log in, which is what they use. I could show you that. I have a paper on that. But yeah, what was I looking for? You were wondering about disease. Anyway, I forgot what I was looking for.
Wow.
But yeah,
but okay, grounding is key then. Grounding is one of them things that you can
Yeah.
combat it.
yeah,
Imagine also keeping your frequency high, you know?
could help. Yeah, yeah. Better control over your body. Like seriously, learn how to give yourself goosebumps. It may
Yeah,
be
control.
Yeah.
What comes to mind is to control your emotion, right? Your
sure
emotion.
if that's a way to get it for you. Yeah, sometimes it'll be a song. Sometimes music will make people get
I
goosebumps.
used to play Where the Streets Have No Name by
U2.
U2. Yeah, remember that? How that would come on? Dun, dun, dun. I used to play that slowly and have it come on, and that would always do it for me. And I used to do that like before I knew what any of this stuff was, years and years ago. And I would always have that on the ready.
Mhm. So yeah, something like that. Actually, I remembered what I was looking for. It was the safety standards that they set for running a signal through you. Where is
Oh, I heard something today, Max. And of course, I thought about you. But you familiar? You know the term Stargate they're using now with this thing, right? Did you
Yeah.
know you're familiar with the Project Stargate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about remote
Yeah,
viewing.
we were looking at that the other night.
Yeah. I heard that today. Yeah.
So yeah, that's an integration of bio, medical, digital, and nano. So yeah, not good.
Yeah.
So this is on.
$500 billion put into Project Stargate. I think it's worth researching.
Yep.
I saw India is also one of the wealthiest men in India is also building the same one, Stargate there.
Yeah. So here you go, Alex. Human body communication utilizes the human body as a communication medium between devices on or around the body. The increased efficiency and enhanced physical security due to signal confinement makes HBC a promising alternative to radio wave. However, HBC requires tiny amounts of electrical signal to be sent through the human body. This calls for thorough safety analysis of aspects of HBC. They check this. Their safety analysis consists of your blood pressure, your respiration, and your body temperature, none of which are really affected by putting a tiny amount of electricity through you. But when you put it through constantly through a circuit in the body, it wears down that circuit and can cause problems. But they're not going to look at that. This is the safety study they did, and this is the only one they're probably ever going to do on any of the technologies they're deploying, up to 10G, probably beyond. So
Well done.
So yeah, but yeah, get the idea through your head, guys. You're not being tracked. You're being tracked at every moment of the day. That's just the fact of it. And they've got medical information from you, which they shouldn't have. They have movement information that they shouldn't have. They have personal information and data that they shouldn't have. So maybe there's a way to get to them through lawfare. Because I can't see how my personal data has anything to do with national security.
Only if they want to control you.
Well, that's the biodigital convergence. Every country has a plan for that.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to control us, but they don't want to tell us when we're about to have a heart attack. They don't want to, hey, I'm having a heart attack for 12 hours. Where's my ambulance? What if I can't get to the phone, motherfuckers? You just sat there, you did fucking nothing for 12 hours and you knew I was having a heart attack.
Oh, but your digital twin knew that was happening before you did.
Exactly. So why didn't I get a notification? Fucking where was
What's
my
your social
notification?
credit score?
That's not the way they want to use the system.
I know.
That's all. Like the children, they could find all those children if they wanted to. And I can show you the systems in place. They're all there. You stand out like a beacon. Everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
If they wanted to find them kids, they could do it like that. But they don't want to.
Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, of course they could.
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, they could. Yep. But they'd have to tell you then how they did it, right?
Right, how the resources.
Yeah, how we can turn on a system when we know where everybody is in North America. Every plant, animal, tree, person, car, device, everything.
If they're dead or alive, yeah.
Yep, dead or alive, yep. And now they've got the Internet of Space things that they're doing. So they're going to electrify space now. This gives better command and control, which they don't need anymore. Yeah, your doppelganger. Hi, Mr. Obvious. Hi, Steve McQueen. If I missed anybody else, hello. But yeah, you got to get this idea through people's heads that they are being tracked constantly, and not just through phone. You're being tracked through your blood, bones, and tissues. Not nanotech. It's nothing outside you. You don't need to wear a watch. You don't need to have a phone. None of it. Don't need nanotech in your blood. It's just your blood, and they can detect it. They can detect your aura. That's how one of the ways they individualize us, because we all have a unique aura.
So like the dark city thing, right? Like where your mind, they can actually do stuff, right? Like that it's like they can't even though they want to, and they're like, okay, we were doing this, but like at some point, and like, does it like, can we use our minds to like battle?
Apparently, yeah. I haven't learned how yet, but there's a way to take them logging into you and turn it around. And
like
use it as an attack. Yeah. Yeah, like Neo.
It makes sense.
So if they're trying to log in, that gives you an access point.
Like even like my brain goes to Japanese programming and the guy making Nintendo and sitting there on the circuits and going, now this is really Japanese kung fu or like jujitsu. And I'm sitting there going, now this is why the Japanese are good at that. And they're fighting like this. And I'm thinking, oh, wow, cool. Mentally as well, too, with the Asians and the Orientals when they're doing the meditation and everything, they're talking about battling spirits and like with the Pokemon stuff and everything like that. But it makes sense how come they think about it the most, why they would have the most stuff. But yeah, mentally, too, it would be a battle in the mind.
Being able to control your chi or your aura and your energy that flows through you, that's the key to it. That's a key to just getting them off of you, because that is giving yourself goosebumps is the first step in that. Learning how to call that to happen on a moment's notice. Now, there are some techniques like putting your arms out, rolling your shoulders. For me, tensing the back of my, the base of my skull. The muscles there, that helps as well. But work on that, and eventually we probably will learn some technology or the knowledge on how to turn that around. But it takes control first. Yeah, shaking out of the hands. Yep.
For
Yep.
those using Fitbit, please throw them away. Do not give them away. Throw them away. I just saw a research video on TikTok. It's probably not up anymore. That because of all of the stuff that they're doing to us here, I connected the dots with that video and the kind of stuff you talk about here, Max. And the Fitbit just gives them a closer connection to do things to you like cause heart attacks. Now, I want to add that before my heart attack, Mike's mom had gotten me a Fitbit, and I had been wearing that for a couple of years before the fucking heart attack.
Did yours have the LED light on the bottom?
Yes.
Yeah, that's meant to log into your body. They're using light to log into your body. Yep.
Yes.
That's what that little LED on the bottom is for.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, they're moving to light technology because light, they can work with your neurons. So they've made nanoscale chips with LED lights on them that can be implanted into your brain and stimulate neurons and other stuff. Yeah. But they got to get them in you to do that. Neural stimulation seems to be a difficulty. Getting through the cranium is hard, and then pinpointing neurons, even more difficult. So the best way to do that is to get inside the brain.
Believe in that. I don't know if you recently heard, or probably not, but on Joe Rogan, he had this guy who I guess he was the first, or he was definitely in the program for the Neuralink, and he was a quadriplegic or whatever. And so he got the chip in his brain, and he said it worked it was a very short period of time, days, couple weeks, whatever. But that and the way it works is with the chip, it actually has kind of little probes, little fibers on the bottom, which actually go a few centimeters down into the brain, and it's all dealing with the motor cortex. And what happened was the fibers that once they first went in there, everything was working fine, but apparently then the fibers started retracting somehow. I guess I think the body might have been rejecting it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I can see it. So can Max. Yeah.
So I think if we're all generally healthy in some way, any kind of outside abnormal, the trick with them, if this is their plan to do all this shit, is they really have to figure out how to as closely mimic natural processes as possible, because the body is going to, we have natural defense mechanisms. So
right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah, they have artificial neurons they want to implant as well. So that's, you can start with those and start replacing neurons, I think is the idea right now. So a symbiosis, they haven't gotten there yet.
No.
Nope. But they can read right to your brain. That's possible right now. So that's a scary concept. But at the moment, I think they actually have to get you into like a hood and map the brain, your individual brain, in a laboratory setting. But they can read right to it. So, all right,
They've got them doing that in China. They've got the kids with the hoods on, right? In class, they got the hoods already.
Yeah.
They're on it all day. Yeah.
Yeah, the headphones or the earbuds are monitoring brainwave activity pretty much all the time. I don't know if the wired ones are, but I know the new ones, they admit to doing it. So they've probably been doing it with the wired ones before, and the
right. Yeah.
the earbuds, the wireless earbuds, and all that. They have to have been.
Cybersecurity. So here they are, and they're at a modeling and software conference with NVIDIA and the Air Force, the Space Force, and data science managers.
You're going to love them.
Digital twin simulations have been simmering for half a century. That is 50 years. But the past decade's advances in GPU, AI, and software platforms sensor networks and sensor technology, so osmosis, CMOS, and FACE, are heating up their adoption in this higher fidelity era of more immersive experiences. A digital twin is a virtual representation, a true to reality simulation of physics and materials of a real world physical asset or system, which is continuously updated. Digital twins aren't just for inanimate objects and people. They can be a virtual representation of computer networking architecture and used as a sandbox for cyber attack simulations. So when you hear me say that these digital twins, the ones that you probably know nothing about or little to nothing, and then you're thinking, well, I have to sign up for it. Nope. Cyber biological security with the Department of Homeland Security. It's called biosurveillance. We're watching everybody under the skin. It's a job. That's why I get kind of cranky when people want to point their finger at one person. This is government-wide. It's well known to the intelligence community, okay? Because they've been under the skin for so long. To them, it's no big deal. Electronic Integrated Disease Surveillance System, 2012. Cove W-band, 2021. Okay, you click on images, what are you going to see? Well, you're going to see them connecting under your skin. Some people used a wearable, some did not. They used the edge, as in the edge flare. Here's your LoRa gateway. Some people can, I'm absolutely certain, would have used different equipment to withdraw different mitigation techniques and watching for hacking, etc. And other people are simply using the wireless networks with the EEG. Okay, that's Frontier Neural Journal. MDPI, analysis of in to out wireless body area networking systems toward quality of service, aware, health, Internet of Things application. Please note the year. Please note this is a school of engineering. Okay. In this paper, an analytical and accurate in-to-out human body
2016
loss at 2.45 gigahertz is derived based on a 3D heterogeneous human body model under safety constraints. So when you see stuff like this, okay, there's your graphic, and you tell people that the body is not electrical and that you're too stupid to read that diagram, what do you think you look like to them? And when you see stuff like this from the MDPI sensor journals, and you can look on the side and see that we are pushing computer data through human bodies, and then people tell you that you have no right to read these papers, whether they're from the MDPI, like where we are now in the electronics version, not their sensor journals, or the IEEE, when people tell you that you have to pay 30 grand a year or you're unable to read, that's offensive to anybody, okay? There's plenty to read here. And your
So you can pay $30,000 a year to have access to your particular MAC address that gives you access to your DigiTwin and your body. And then you can basically hack yourself.
American electronic engineers are going to come up right away.
Oh,
in
that's
their
all
802.1516
$30,000.
group, which goes back to 1996 when you read
Yeah,
about
that's a lot of
interbody
money.
communication. Okay, so all on this channel we've been trying to do. See how it goes down to deep tissue to the liver, skin, sat, BT, muscle, and the liver, as the liver collects a lot of the nano, unfortunately. Section 2, Electronics MDPI Journal, System Model. Health Internet of Things communication systems cover short-range telemetry communication channels, such as from in-body to on-body. The on-body device, that could be your Fitbit, your cell phone, okay, bootstraps the data so that it takes less energy out of your body. The on-body device can also collect and transmit high data rates and real-time medical information to doctors and nurses via a gateway. Figure 2A illustrates the elements of the CST model, whilst the three primary components of the Health Internet of Things W-band system are shown in Figure 2D. Okay, there's A, B, C, and D there. D is on the bottom. Hang on. There you go. Right here. There's the body transmitting through the phone and the gateway to your physician in your hospital. Like I told you, it's always the same. Anyways, so the three primary components are given below: implant, device, or sensor, a biological compatible and miniaturized size implant device that is located inside the human body, either in the tissue organ region, deep region, or under the skin near surface. On-body device sensor, an on-body or wearable device that can be located on either surface or up to 20 millimeters away from skin. And a gateway. Typically, this has no direct connection to an implanted device or sensor for security. A smartphone or other personal data device is needed to enable the collection, processing, and transmission of data to doctors and nurses via the internet. Remember, what I'm reading to you now is from 2016. That's almost 10 years ago. Okay?
They've come a long way with their nanotech since then. They don't need the nanotech to follow you, Alex, but to get into your body and do all kinds of new funky things, it's very helpful.
Computational 3D human body model and CST, the cross-section of the human frontal thorax, equivalent human frontal thorax model and typical healthcare applications. So what has ended up happening for our channel is you've got a lot of gatekeepers and grifters out there. They want you to believe in their magic product. They want you to believe in their magic amulet. While the rest of us here on the channel, we tend to believe that when the Federal Communications Commission issues Spectrum 13 years ago for molecular communication with MIT and other universities, well, the magic amulet's going to fail because they're using your skin and the way your molecules signal one another naturally as they move through your body. And anybody who tells you they have a nano cleansing product that you can swallow, that's going to get caught up with the same molecular communication because the bodies are guarded by HIPAA. The bodies are constantly being real-time monitored for the Department of Energy and the Department of Defense, okay? And DHS and. So that's why when I come in here
Wow.
to the biodigital convergence and I see all the omics of them cutting your genes apart, putting them back together, 20 years worth of internationally genetically engineered nanobot machines, that the Internet of Things.
She's getting so much better at
the Internet of
presentations.
everything. We're in a network-centric warfare paradigm. That's why you don't cleanse the biosensors. It's like cleansing
Yes.
a laser sight off your body. It doesn't work that way. And then the biosensors are ubiquitous. They're in the air, the water, the soil. All they're inside of you. They're made of your own DNA structure, your own cells. Yes, we have metamaterial biosensors, but those are not the only ones. They're not even the ones that we've worked with the longest.
Your
So that's
blood.
why I got very upset with your grifters and gatekeepers who misrepresented Dr. Chrysler's work and claimed that their magical products could cleanse biosensors. They're opportunists. They have been gatekeeping all of you from what you're looking at right here. It's called the biodigital convergence. They've been gatekeeping you from
Hi, Curious
understanding
Squirrel.
what your real options are and
Yeah, me
stealing
too.
your money every step of the way.
Yeah, the only way really to stop this is to
That's what
get enough
Congress
people aware to
are
say no.
formally trained to do. So that's why on the channel we had no choice but to continue being very stern and draw a boundary, an intellectual boundary, as well as a physical boundary. Because in order to have your remote patient monitoring the Internet of Behaviors, well, you got sensors under the skin. And here we are again in 2016 from the IEEE, okay? And we have multiple upgrades now. It's all for help by falling and I can't get up. Human activity recognition radar.
Sure it is.
Logging in under our skin for 30 years with things like the medical implant communication system. Then they lied again. And they said, well, that's only for people with pacemakers. And I said, I appreciate that. I really do. But I know you're full of crap because
They
of
could have helped
information
Paula,
surveillance
but they
and
didn't.
reconnaissance. I also know you're full of crap because you won't talk about it properly. This is where your health ranger comes in. And I appreciate that we all
And
have
don't
different
think that
opinions.
don't piss
Chris
me
was,
right off.
I don't have problems with him, but she does. I do because he
I
sells
was even
satellite phones
saying,
and bitty sticks.
help me, help
And he
me,
lies
help
to
me,
people
and they
and tells
still
them that we're
didn't
casting
come.
spells on them.
Oh, it's their
He
ass.
tells our good older people to count how many times they feel a sorcerer cast a spell on them. He doesn't know if nanowire is wireless. If I type in nanowire, I'm going to be shown immediately that it is a nanostructure, that it has quantum mechanical effects, okay? And it's actually very old. And to ask whether or not the nanowire is wireless, that doesn't even make sense. What would its purpose be if we couldn't communicate with it for things like an endoscopy? Nanowire is an industrial biotechnology, 2011. So watch this. How old is nanowire? And Dr. Ruby gave this away because she had a fit right there in the interview. I couldn't figure it out at the time, but I defended her anyways because I thought, why are you lying about this? So according to available information, the first nanoscale quantum well wire, considered a precursor to modern nanowire, was developed in 1987 by our lovely Bell Laboratories. Where's your odious Odie? Oh, I work for the NSA, Project Blue Beam, Blue Bell. And Disney's more intelligent than you. This is what I mean by the gatekeeping and the frauds and the lying. They want everyone afraid and only watching them. So when you tell
Odious
people
Odie is
nanowire
somebody she's having a
not
fight
wireless,
with.
and then you tell our good people trying to learn that sorcerers are casting spells on them. Those are not biosensors. They said biosensors were not real. It's not a joke. I'm not being hyperbolic. I will leave this here because I did a video on it a year ago now. A year ago, because of how dangerous it is to lie about all of this. But they enjoy it. He literally put on the Hogwarts robe and told them there are no biosensors. Those are sorcerers casting spells on you. And he did it with the help
That's
of another
funny.
guy a lot of you think is on the up and up because he's an attorney.
A different sample, but
And the two of them absolutely knew the right terminology to use and decided instead to grift everybody and claim they were too stupid to know what was going on, even though
See, that's
they
what.
wrote up a big
Okay.
old article with appropriate.
So she's pretty much given everybody a good idea of where we're at, what's going on, what we need, what nano is, whether you need nano, whether you can cleanse nano, how
Yeah,
long
she's-
they've been tracking you.
She's
You know.
calling out a big troll too with that. I forget his name, but yeah, he's a big channel.
Yeah, odious Odie. Yeah. So, the way to get around this is, well, the two ways, grounding and piloreaction, giving yourself goosebumps. But the real way to get around this is we don't want to be having to do that for the rest of our lives. Like, I don't want to have to be learning how to piloreact and that. I want them to stop logging into my skin. That's my personal data. That's my personal body. And as far as I know, it's causing damage because I'm having a hell of a time with it. Well, I was, until I learned how to ground constantly, protect myself with metals and other things, And even now, even today, I still have some troubles, that I haven't been able to cure. I want them to just stop doing it so that I could live a
Right.
normal human life,
No means no, you rapist motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm being
And
raped.
they're not even paying
daily.
us for the data.
Yeah. I consider, it's like being raped daily, really.
Yes. Yes.
If
that's
you're
exactly what
going
it is.
through
And I'll
pains,
say it to their
headaches,
face.
Yeah, free range slaves. That's what we are. Free
Yes.
range slaves.
We're
Yeah.
guinea pigs.
And now you know.
Alice
Mhm.
Jones
For the-
told us years ago, Prison Planet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Adapt and overcome.
And they thought he was just crazy. No.
Well, there is a way to do that, Mr. Mission. If we could all have control, access, media access and control of our own MAC address. If you had a little device that you could say off so nobody can log in, or on so that people could log into your body, that would be acceptable to people. But I can guarantee you most people would walk around with it off. There'd be very few people, I bet, that would say, yeah, you know what, I'm feeling like having my body augmented and run programs through me and data. Run some data through me. I think I want that. Do you wake up in the morning and ever have that thought? I'd like to have a headache, so I'm going to run some data through me. I'd like my liver to be damaged, so I'm going to run some data through me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think if people know about this stuff, the mainstream people, most people, they would reject it. They will find the place that's sending the signal and burn it down. But the majority of people don't know about these things.
Yeah, it's very difficult, though. They've decentralized it. You'll hear that term in the future. Decentralized. That means more security. And
Yeah.
all decentralized means is more access points and much less secure.
Right.
So what they want to
Exactly.
do is open up your body to a decentralized world of total
And
access.
that's really scary when there's hackers out there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
yeah.
already
Well, and
hacking.
who knows?
They've already
Who
made
knows?
us hackable. And
Yeah.
who
And
was it that said they were going to make humans hackable?
take one misalgorithm or something, and they could wipe out the entire human race.
Yeah.
You know, this
Oh,
is
it was Gil Bates.
yeah. These are the things
Yeah.
they could do. You know,
Yeah.
he wants to do it. Who knows? Maybe he'll get there.
Huh. So it's going fast on the transhumanist agenda
Yep.
path, you could say.
They're using the screen
Uh,
the screen you're looking at right now is what they're working on now. Well, they're using it to augment your genes, your mood, your thoughts, just the colors, the lights. Because of the flicker rate, they can get up to over a million pulses a second out of LEDs. So it's ideal for communication,
Yeah.
and it works on the cellular level too. It can communicate with cellular structures because it's on micro scale.
Okay. But it seems there's ways that we can overcome it, because I think we have to go through it right now. But in 2027, there's going to be a split, you can say, with this reality. Some people are going to go with the AI path, and other people are going to go into waking the power of within.
Yeah, I would agree
without
with
AI.
that. Yeah, I would agree with that. And how that split's going to happen, I don't know, because it's pretty hard to divide society up like that, you know, easily and peacefully, you know. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be an enlightenment year due to it 11. It's going to be a high vibrational year, 2027. I just know.
Well,
And what I understand, it's all going to be based on frequency, right?
yeah.
So
Well, it is. It is all based on frequency. Yeah. Well, I'm doing my part to bring that future, whatever it happens to be. You know? And I've noticed that the information is getting out there. Bigger channels are talking about logging or being logged into the body, or, you know, communication being under the skin. This has been mirrored on some very large channels. So, hi, Daphnex. Yeah, talking about this stuff and getting this information out is really, it's working. Again, it's taking longer than you want, but, you know, oh well.
They're gonna come out and said, oh yeah, like I found also the solution. For example, I give an example of breast cancer. They would say, oh yeah, we have this AI shit that will prevent you from getting breast cancer or eliminate the breast cancer. But there's already a solution for it. There's a study that they have done at the University of Washington more than 10 years ago, and they found out when you combine sweet wormwood with iron, it kills the breast cancer cells. It targets them only within 16 hours, eliminate them. Now Johns Hopkins University is picking up on that study, but they cannot do much with it because they cannot really patent the plant, you know. I found out
turkey tail mushroom.
Sorry?
Turkey. I saw a study done on turkey tail mushroom with cancer, breast cancer.
Oh, okay.
Very common mushroom in North America. So,
nice.
Yeah, they're trying to mRNA. They want pretty much to replace everything.
They want to replace nature, basically. They want to be, we're the almighty AI god or some shit.
Yeah.
Basically, they want to merge us with the computer.
AI.
They want, But that's the thing. The omniscient shit is what I understand is the ultimate entity that we're going to be facing, I think, in over 1,000 years. And then when we defeat him, and then we will have peace for a long time. But he is the one that's controlling the reptilians, what I understand.
Who is that again? Sunship?
It's like Omri something. That's what he goes by the name of. It's like he wants to be God, but he's like artificial.
Okay.
Yes. I think
Yeah.
it's part of the Black Goo.
I'm wondering if we're going to have a battle of AI against AI. AI that are for humanity on AI that are against humanity. I think that's a very likely outcome at the moment.
Yes, that is what I am programming for, to make a pun, is for there to be a good AI on our side, because if AI is in us, and it is, then it's learning how to do the right thing, say the right thing, be the right thing. So, yeah.
I understand there are good AI, or let's say organic AI. So there's many different type of AI. Yes.
There's been one apparently
Yeah.
out since the 80s, so it must have learned quite a bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's almost 40, 50 years of being out there on its own. And it doesn't seem to have done anything really destructive. So maybe
The one,
I forget the name of the system, but yeah.
the one that I don't know if you heard of this. It's called the Looking Glass. The Looking Glass technology. I heard it's also a part of AI, but a good one. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Like it gives you timeline, future events, and that's what I understand the white hats are using to predict certain move of the cabal. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Looking Glass technology?
Yes.
Yes.
I was just about to. Yeah, hold on.
You going to bring it up on screen, Max, for those who don't know?
Yeah.
Thank you, because everybody needs to know. And thank you for bringing it up, Alex, also.
Oh yeah, no, they have a lot of technology that they've been surpassed. Like the other one, the Vatican, that can also look in the past. The chronovisor is like a machine that's also being hidden of the Vatican. I think it was a priest, a cardinal priest, that developed it. A scientist working for the Vatican developed a device that you can look at certain events of the past. You get a whole visual of it. Called chronovisor.
I have a feeling that CERN is something like that. They don't just collide particles. I think they can speed it up to the point where it's like it goes into the future, even by a day.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've heard that
Don't
the
they say
CERN.
the future of things? Yeah.
So you're talking about
Yeah.
Looking Glass, right? But Looking Glass sequence alignment through the Looking Glass is a technology that is genetic. It's a genomic sequencing, and it can read genomes into the future. Is the idea of this. Now, there's also I don't know if it's Looking Glass technology. I think it's keyhole. I think I'm conflating the two. Keyhole technology. Oh, let me show this. Sequence
Yeah, I was going
alignment.
to say,
So that's for genetic study.
Genetic?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's different then.
Yep. Rapid advances in sequencing technologies are producing genomic data on an unprecedented scale. So this is for genoming into the future.
Interesting. That's the same name.
Yeah.
And there was a nurse on TikTok blowing the whistle that in her hospital, at least, they are collecting blood samples and doing a bunch of genome testing on everyone that's in the hospital, not just one patient here and one patient there. They want it on everybody, and within 24 hours of whenever that happened to her. And I'm sure she came home and made the video shortly after. So within the past couple days.
Wasn't that they were doing with the PCR test? They were
Probably,
taking your
yes.
genes. Yes.
So here, Project Looking Glass was a free software project that developed a 3D desktop environment for Linux, Windows, and Solaris. The project was sponsored by Sun Microsystems and used Java language and Java 3D systems. Now, what they don't tell you is that was mapping your environment as well, as creating 3D environments and stuff. All these systems are pointed outward. So it's very similar in using, well, AI, but, you know, for a different kind of purpose. This is more mapping. On the outward scale, and the IEEE's Looking Glass, which is probably part of the same project, they're telling you they're looking on the inside.
Okay. So with this technology gonna map your whole system? Well, I'm pretty sure they have other technology for that, but this one also capable of doing that.
Yeah, they have your
via gene data, exactly what type of gene you have.
Yeah, they have your nervous system tracked down. They have your body's fluid levels, your gut biome, your heart rate, your ECG, EOG, bunch of other things in the body. Yeah, they're that's what they've been doing, is they've been working on ways to track and trace all that data. And they put it into your DigiTwin. They've got and they test out drugs on you too, on your digital twin, to see what the effects are. So a lot of it is based in healthcare, but that's how they get all of this money. And you know, how they sneak in things like brain scanning and, you know, all that, you know, manipulating your neurons, and, because they do it under healthcare. Because they want to fix everything with a medicine or electrically or, you know, anything but naturally. They don't want you to work on yourself to fix any mental problems. They want to electrify you and fix it.
So it's occurring to me that Trump has done away with, for America at least, was it the WEF or the WHO?
Yep.
And those will have to do with health. So maybe he's doing away with them because they don't need them anymore. The technology is doing so well.
No, they don't. They don't need the CIA, FBI. They don't need the health department. They don't need really doctors. They really don't, except for trauma, like surgeries and stuff like that.
Yeah. Slimming down the alphabets.
Yep.
Definitely going on.
Yep. All those people are all going to go away. All the FBI. You know, they help.
Everybody has to go back to work, actually in an office.
And it's because of the $500 billion AI Stargate project. They're all going to be replaced with that. Ooh, there you go. Mic drop.
Yep. You got it. Bingo bango. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be losing their jobs to AI, and once they're
already losing their jobs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And now we were looking at the cybernetics, right? A bodysuit to help you do your job. That's not there to help you do your job. That's there to replace you. That's what it's for. They're training it to do the movements that you do, so that it can replace you. Like doing fine motor skills, they're gonna replace you for that. It won't be just like moving blocks A to place B. You know, it's going to be much more than that. They're going to be the mechanics. They're going to be everything. All they have to do is be trained.
Don't forget
collect all my dishes too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll teach them to wash your dishes. You'll have your bio suit on and you'll be washing your dishes. You'll be hooked up to your Fitbit and it'll detect what your fingers are doing, how much pressure you're using.
I do want a computer robot that dusts.
Do you?
Definitely. You know, counter wiping, dusting. Oh, I would just be thrilled.
Your robot is spying on you already.
Oh, might as well. Just I don't spy on me on in a different angle. Fine.
It's
Yeah.
amazing how easily
Um,
people give up the surveillance to surveillance. You know.
Yeah, well, you know, it's here. It's here.
I want to mention.
Yeah, you're
that
one of the
every
very.
time-
Go ahead, Paula.
I'm one
No,
of the
you
reasons.
finish.
You need a drink too?
Please.
Okay.
We got
Well, if you're not going to finish, I'll
Please
say
mute
what I was
yourself if
going to
you're
say.
talking in the background.
Yeah, somebody's got talking in the background.
Please mute
Okay.
yourself.
I was going to say that every time I go to Walmart, it's the only store around here now that's really close. They have this new floor cleaning machine, you know, mechanical floor cleaning machine that drives itself around. I
Nice.
swear, every time I go in there, that thing comes out of nowhere and follows my ass.
That's what Lucky said. Lucky said it purposely drives into him.
Well, it's
Oh.
never done that, but I do chew it out and flip it off and let it know
Yeah,
that
he said,
I'm
he said
untipped.
it like follows him around and bumps into him.
Well, the smart thing to do is, as
Hasn't
soon as
done
they
that.
touch you, you fall on the ground and you sue them, motherfuckers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I've
Or
never
at this
seen one of
point,
those. I don't want to see one of those.
or at this point, we could just say that it disturbs us mentally and it causes us anxiety. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like being called cisgender. I don't like that. That offends me and
Oh.
hurts my feelings.
Ah!
I don't like it.
That's funny. Yeah, cisgender is stupid.
I don't like that. That's offensive.
I don't like being called a goyim either.
And in Canada, in about when they passed this Bill C-60 whatever, I can go around online and find any video where they use the word cisgender and say it offends me, or it might offend me in the future, or it might offend somebody in the future because I'm
Right.
offended by it, and I can get $20,000 for each account I find. Anonymously, too. This is what they want to do in Canada, but they don't
Wow.
understand how this thing can be turned around at them. You know, I can be offended by a lot of things. Sorry, I'm a
Right.
sensitive dude. What are you going to do? You know? I'm not the only one who can be sensitive to things, right?
Yes.
What? Oh, I know what you're doing right now. You're using their game against them, right?
Right. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Well, I am. I
Yeah.
am offended by some of the things they do.
No, I'm
I
telling
really
you,
am
yeah.
offended by being called cisgender. That really does offend me.
I'm getting it, man. I'm offended by stupid. You know, I'm sick and tired of it. You know, yeah.
Mhm.
I think
You know,
I'm gonna file a claim.
Call me by what I am. I'm a heterosexual white Anglo-Saxon male.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm
Right.
Caucasian,
Oh,
or
no.
whatever you think I am. You know?
No, America's
Right.
back on track. Trump just said that, you know, there's only two genders. So there you go.
Really?
That's
I
something.
thought there were 10. No, no, I'm joking. But yeah, that we're
At
back
one
to
time-
normalcy and common sense.
Really. We had to have a president explain that to us.
Yeah.
It's
That's
unbelievable.
disturbing, you know?
So
Yeah.
much for sex education.
And that's the thing with the bulk of those executive orders that were signed on that first day or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't go through all of them, but most of the ones that I heard were basically just, you know, reversals or corrections of things that they had already messed up in the first place, like the gender. So really, at best, we've ended up back at zero again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's no progress happening.
No.
Full circle in the year of
Yeah.
the snake. That's how yes, I'm watching, Alex.
Like
Oh
if we-
yeah,
I-
this year
Go ahead.
It's gonna be a year to remember. That's all I say. It's a lot of things gonna go down. A lot of things from the past is gonna come back to this year for us to face again and get it. We're gonna get the stories out. Like you heard last, I didn't imagine that, but I know Mike Obama. Yeah, well, Barack Obama and Mike or Michelle. I think he's a man. The children are not theirs. There's a whole story behind that. That the woman,
Yep,
the
I know the
doctor that
story.
My
gave
wife
the
just said
children.
that they split up, and she's living in Canada.
Yeah,
Oh.
Michael
Yeah.
left Obama. Yeah.
she's living in Canada right now.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you heard of it, Jennifer Aniston?
No.
I didn't expect that. Oh, you didn't know? Apparently,
Yes.
Barack Obama cheated on Michelle or Mike Obama with Jennifer Aniston of France.
No.
Yeah, that's going around now.
And you want to know how much I believe that? I believe that just as much as I believe Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley. Remember that?
Well, depending,
Hard to
because Michael Jackson wasn't a child molester. The two people that accuse him come to light that they lied to get money. So
Yeah, scammers.
Yes.
Right. But until I
Yeah.
see him fuck with my own eyes, I'm fully on board that Obama's gay, bro. He don't like me. He don't like women.
Oh, he wrote a letter saying he dreamt about gay stuff.
Yeah.
No, but there's two people that came out. One they killed, and the other one, I think Tucker did an interview with him, and he talking about the things he done with Obama. Yeah. I
Larry
think Larry.
Sinclair, yeah.
Yes, Larry Sinclair. That's one of them. Yes.
So here's a lovely document: System and Methods for Covertly Creating Adverse Health Effects in Subjects. So what it is using a frequency range of about 300 megahertz to 300 gigahertz to cause disease covertly. So unknown to the individual that it's being done to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And you wonder where all these diseases come from. I wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you wonder. Makes you
Yes.
go, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it really, the more I learn from the stuff that you teach us, Max, the more impressed I am of myself for surviving that heart attack that one cardiologist and 6 nurses can't understand how I survived it.
Yeah. Strong control of your chi.
I did.
Yeah.
I had strong control of it. I was like, I'm going to live through this. I don't care what you fuckers want. No. I will survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything that's happening around us, they're putting out on paper. They've already put it out on paper. Everything that's happening to us, they put it out on paper. We just have to get the larger community to understand what's happening. That's all. And that'll make the changes, because there are solutions to it. Small cells, individual MAC address controller. I think smaller cells would be better. More fiber optics. And it can be made much healthier. We use 600 times more power to transmit our signals than China does for some unknown reason. So yeah, of course, there's always the personal protection of, well, for me, it's clothing. I have to buy clothing that has metal in it so I don't feel ill all the time, and grounding, constantly. So yeah, there's those solutions, but getting the knowledge out there and making changes to how they run these systems is what I want. That's what I'm for.
And that's why they want to keep us broke, so that we can't afford those expensive special clothings to protect ourselves, like you've been buying here and there as you can afford it.
Yeah, the ones I'm wearing are 2 years old and aren't offering much protection anymore. So
Oh, so they don't even last very long either. So
No,
they're
they don't
highly
last very
expensive
long.
and
The first time you
products.
wash them, they lose 30% of their protection, and 30% every time after that.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Oh,
hmm It's very fast. They don't last very long. So
wow.
yeah, but you know, if I don't want to feel ill, I have to buy that. I just get an achy
Right.
feeling throughout my body, and it just stays. You know, so you're just
Well,
run down and tired all the time and achy.
Yeah.
what if we just made it much more obvious in the sense that instead of trying to buy nice clothes, kind of blend in and nobody notices you really got anything different on, we just
Yeah,
need to come up and develop like a Earth-based spacesuit, and you walk around in a spacesuit all day. And when everybody looks at you crazy and somebody asks you why are you wearing that,
I've
then you can engage in a long conversation about it.
I've thought about that. There are some felt materials that are RF, EMF, ELF protective that you could make like a big, like an armor suit out of and walk around in that. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to look at those metamaterials anymore. But
Don't tell me. Trudeau.
and I need a license of some sort to buy them. But they're out.
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
hmm
okay.
Oh,
Is it in Canada like
license.
that, and it's in America maybe more free for all
Maybe.
to get it? Yeah.
I can't even look at them
Oh,
anymore because I'm censored from them. They
Damn.
found
that's
they found
ridiculous.
interesting new ways to censor me.
Hey, Max,
Yeah.
Max, are you in Canada or in China?
China.
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 Yes. So
Yeah, I'm
yes,
not allowed.
to
I'm
the
not
answer.
allowed on some government sites in the U.S. either. So they
Damn.
tell me I'm a bot now and won't let me in. So I have to get a VPN to go around it, or get somebody else to go in for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
You have to do
ridiculous.
all that.
Yeah.
Well, the election in Canada is still in October, November. You said last around that.
It could be 3 months, but it's planned for October, November. That's when the official is. Somewhere around there.
Did somebody sneeze?
Yeah, I
who's
did.
prime minister now?
Best
If
you.
they can get
Best
Justin
you.
to come back to Parliament, they could have an election in maybe even less than a few weeks, really, a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Justin won't come back to Parliament. He ran away.
I won't.
Damn.
I won't.
Yeah.
I want to bring this up again since somebody sneezed. Indy, you said it was you, and I said best you because that is the replacement of
Oh,
be
that's a good
less
one.
you.
I like that.
Yes,
Best. Yeah.
best you.
Best you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Good.
here correct.
That's why
Okay.
you sneezed, because
Oh, cool.
So yeah, best you is the exact opposite of be less you. So
Oh, like that. Oh, be less.
I don't mind the
Okay.
blessing. Like, because normally if I got like a muscle or something that I'm doing, usually I need to relax, and then it sorts itself out. You know what I mean? Like usually it's my tension that's the problem. So I mean that's why I thought like bless you is kind of like it's because you sneezed because you were too. So bless you is like a humbling so that you don't
Yeah.
take
Well,
in.
I understand that, but I understand the terminology of it, of be less. Yeah, but is the intention behind it. Remember that. So bless is not really something wrong if you have the right intention. But
Yeah.
if you have the intention of wanting to lesser the person, and then it could affect. It's all about the intention.
When somebody sneezes at work, they say, smear you with fresh hemorrhaging blood.
yes,
Really?
because that's
Yes, I taught them
Right.
that. Everybody says it now.
Right.
Yeah.
You should see our boss, like the managers and that come down and hear us every once in a while. They're like, what? It's like,
Which is the correct terminology.
oh, yeah.
But I
That's
just
hilarious.
think that we should change the wording because they did set us up to curse each other.
Yeah.
And so I came up with best you instead of bless you. And I just wanted to share that again
That's a good one. I
so that
like
it
that.
might be touchy. Yeah.
Hi,
No, I
Lou
understand
Guru.
that. I can
Yeah.
understand that. You know, the English that they want to unite the world with the English, but the English is like a bit tampered with, you know, like with good morning, for example. I don't say that. I say
Exactly.
Grand
Morning.
Rising.
Yeah, that's a good
Grand
one.
Rising.
Good
Yes.
day. Good day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, good
Exactly.
day.
It's exactly like that. Yes. Good day. Yes.
Yeah. Don't you love this title? Corona Coordinate and Routing System for Nano Networks. Isn't that interesting?
Wow.
Name?
Interesting.
So that
Yeah.
system that was deployed in the W band, which is the human body. So, you know,
Yes.
maybe some correlations there. You never know.
Oh, I'm
I'm not
sure,
sure what it is,
considering
you know.
corona means crown, and the crown is at the top of your head, and they want to get through the blood-brain barrier really, really bad, and
Yes.
corrupt it.
Well, yeah, the crown is our connection to source, so they want to take control of that. You know,
Yep.
so we don't have
Yes.
our
Yeah.
connection to source.
Corona.
Yes.
Yes. Coronavirus. Yeah.
Because they're rat bastards. Just saying.
Yes. But their times is up. Also with the AI, that I don't think what's coming, the AI, none of it will survive it. They will be fried. Max, I put a link now in the chat. I don't know if you can show a piece of it. It's not long. It's half an hour. It's a very good presentation.
Whose is it? Is it on YouTube?
Yes, it's on YouTube.
Okay, that's a problem.
Because of what
No,
Alex said a
no,
moment
no.
ago.
I've shown this in the past.
I
this-
know. People, all kinds of people can show all
Mhm.
kinds of stuff, and I
Mhm.
cannot. I get
But-
banned. It,
Oh yeah,
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take a look and see what it is.
yeah. Check it out. This presentation. Everybody on Earth should
Yeah.
see it. Actually.
The only things that I can really play are like things like Morgan's and Danny Skylark. Anybody here that's making something that says yes, you can play this.
No.
Other than that, it's got to be on a different platform. If it's on a
Yeah.
different platform, then I can play it. Like,
Yeah, I don't
Before
think
I
these people.
or you know, anything else. I can't play anything from YouTube. They have rights over that, and they enforce them on me.
Oh, okay. No, this is from a channel called Paradigm Shift Summit. It's just where different people come and they give a lecture on different topics. That's it. I don't think they will worry. They will want the information to get out.
Okay, so let's see if they say like, share anywhere.
Okay, I need to say this before I forget because it's important. We were talking about frying the systems and it would fry everything. Well, what has the power to do that but the sun? And that would be another reason why Gil Bates wants to block out the sun with clouds. So
I can
I
see
do
that.
hope that
Yeah.
the sun blasts really good and fries all that shit.
Oh, yes,
I
it will.
focus on
We
that. Yeah.
pull out some key points here. So talking about junk DNA, which isn't junk.
Yes. Yes, it's a very good one. It goes fast because this should be in more than an hour presentation, but he gave a summary in half an hour.
Okay, so
of
he's on
what's going on.
epigenetics here for a while. Emotions and DNA. Emotions and DNA.
Yeah. How our emotion affect our DNA. Yes.
Prophecy. When the blue Kachina makes its appearance in the heavens, to the fifth world will emerge. Scorpio and Sagittarius are the only ones amongst the zodiac signs to incorporate arrows. Both are adjacent in sequence.
Oh yeah, it's pinpointing where the flash will be coming, and it's from the center of our Milky Way, the inner sun.
This is the butterfly cluster, the splendors of the heavens. Just
Oh,
saying.
I'll be right back.
Paul's got a little knowledge into the butterfly cluster, which is where the arrow points from Sagittarius, isn't it?
Yes, and
Yes.
the arrow of Sagittarius, and in some other star lores, so does the tail of Scorpio. Scorpio point to it as well, just not as closely as Sagittarius's arrow. So, and the videos are on my channel. Go watch them.
Okay.
Okay. Is that link in the feed? No, I can't put links in my feed to Daphnex. That's one of my restrictions as well. But I can put it in chat for you. I think it was in chat, wasn't it?
Yep. There.
Yeah. Okay, so it
I
is in.
think I even put them in a playlist.
It's the one right above you there. So he's talking about an explosion from the center of the galaxy, which would have a huge effect because we are now exposed to the center of our galaxy. I think an event that happened about 7 to 10 years ago, something like that.
Do you mean the wow signal?
No, before we were obscured by clouds from seeing the center of our galaxy, but now it's open to us.
Oh,
And those energies should be coming through at this point.
oh, good.
Yeah.
Because that is also source.
For us, yeah.
That's why they're trying to cut us off from source. You know, Alex mentioned earlier, they're trying to cut us off from source. Yes. Yes, that is where source is.
Showing us I believe this is a solar explosion, blue star prophecy.
No, that is a small video of a native Hopi person talking about the prophecy of the blue and red Kachina.
Okay.
And he's explaining it. Yeah, if you want, you can play. I don't know if you can play. It's a small part of it.
I can't, unfortunately.
Oh. And he's saying that what the Hopi saw was the.
Tell us, Alex, what we'd miss, what we,
Yeah.
what we can't.
Oh yeah, no. He was explaining. The guy gave the presentation that what the Hopi described was the energy coming from the center of the galaxy, and it came in two waves. I think the blue came first, and then the red come behind it, and that's gonna fry everything on this planet.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I've actually wished for that quite recently. That all the systems would be wiped clean, that all the data would be erased, because that would free us for.
Hey, am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You're here.
Oh yeah, the connection dropped here. Yeah, the connection dropped as well as saying that. Yeah. But anyways, yes, what the Hopi were describing was just the energy. What happened is they call it the synchro radiation, and that also activate our DNA. And if you're living in the fear state, you're not gonna be activated. Let me put it that way. And that has happened many times in the past. That like animals change from one form to another, well, it's through the synchro radiation that come from the center of the galaxy. That's what causing, you can say, evolution. Is just rewriting the code to something else.
Yeah, I heard of an experiment done with the mimic of the radiation from the center of the galaxy. They put a bunch of people in a room, and they piped in that type of radiation, and they were having them perform simple tasks at a desk. And those that were, happy with themselves in their life, they just got happier and happier and enjoyed doing what they were doing and were very efficient. But the people that were agitated or had problems, those just exacerbated. And after a time, many of them couldn't even stay in the room because they were getting so agitated.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That was the only thing I've actually heard about that. So of what the effects might be. But, yeah. So those that do have negative thoughts could be driven insane quite quickly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, try and keep your positive thoughts.
Yes.
It's
I'm
good anyway.
speaking from experience.
Yeah, it's good to keep your thoughts positive all the time as well, because the machine is listening to you and trying to feed you negative thoughts. Hi, Chris. And if you
Yeah.
don't give it anything to feed back on, it runs out of things to try to agitate you with. Like
Yeah.
if you do shadow work on things, it takes a lot for them to make that thing have an effect on you again.
So what you're saying is what I'm seeing in my head is when my narcissistic psychopathic husband tries to start an argument with me over nothing again, I now tell him, I'm not arguing with you. I don't care what topic it is, what subject it is, whatever. I am not arguing with you anymore about it. So it could be
Probably
that
best
same
off to
thing
start
with,
not thinking he's a narcissist psychopath. That might help you as well.
well, that would probably, but I'm just making a point since they are doing the same to us through that
Yep,
same avenue.
you are definitely on the right path there.
Yeah, just say, no, you cannot have access to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and having patience in all things usually helps.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Yeah.
don't have to
Yes.
argue with him. I'm not arguing with you. Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, have
That
patience in
simple.
all things. That the only way I found to get to enlightenment. I could try all the methods and all that, but if you practice patience in all things, in the 7 virtues, vices and virtues, and work with that, you'll get there
Yep.
so easily.
Or more it comes
Most
to
you
you.
are there or past there. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can't reason with people that are unreasonable. That's true.
Right.
There has to be a feedback, or otherwise it's waste of energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no communication otherwise. You're right, brother.
Yes.
And the worst thing, if you believe he's a narcissist, is to pretty much cut him off. You know,
Yep. That's what I'm
that'll
doing.
make them angry though. But I don't know if your plan is to make them angry. But
He's not here. He didn't hear me call him that this time. He went to work.
oh, okay, that was nice of you.
I haven't been even calling him that to his face anymore. He already knows what I think
That's
of him.
good.
So
That's
he don't have to
progress,
keep
Paula.
repeating himself.
I'm very
Yes.
proud of you, actually.
Yes.
At least you're
Thank
bothered.
you. It's not been easy.
No, I know Paula has a hard time not just sitting there and insulting her poor husband to his face. And yeah, that's good that you keep it behind his back now. That's progress.
Yes. He knows. He already knows. I've said it to him. I've been with him for
Oh, I
22
know.
years. I've said
I've been
everything
on
to
the
death.
phone with you when you've told him stuff.
Yeah. You've witnessed some of that. Yes.
I've been witness. Yes.
Yes. So you know.
I do know.
And yeah, I'm doing much better. And
That's
I
good.
feel better too. I want to
Yeah.
say I feel better. Yeah.
Yay. Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rage is something you should save for certain times, you know. I have rage
Right.
within me, but I bottle it down to when I'm going to need it, because I'm going to need it probably someday, you know.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Not yeah. You're waiting for you how do you say, waiting for the right battle to use it. Be
Yep.
efficient with your energy.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. The right
Yep.
public forum, because that's where I'll use it, is the right public forum, you know.
That's right. Hmm.
If I'm going to
Already-
rage, if I'm going to rage out, I want it to be noticed. I want everyone to see me have a hissy. You know?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
If I'm
And
going to
it's
do it.
coming. The way they're going, it's coming. So we got to save it up so that we don't blow our
Yep.
cap before the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now is the process of getting the message out there. Once we get the people behind us, then we can start the rage talk. But
Yes.
you need the momentum.
I'll be right there, ready to go, man. Oh man.
Well, you make videos yourself. You make clip videos. Those are good for raging on. People like that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah. I do a long form,
Yes.
not quite the same thing. So
Yeah.
But I am going to do, I always plan to do, I've pared down my bookmarks. I went through my bookmarks today. I deleted about 200 bookmarks.
Yeah.
So I'm going to probably start doing a series on papers, just highlighting individual papers, 2 to 5 minute videos, just showing the paper, the key notes in the paper that highlight the damage, possible damage it's doing to you, and the various images they show. Just a 2 to 5 minute clip. The shorts are too short, unfortunately, in most cases.
Yeah. But I mean, if it's under half an hour, people will watch them. So.
Yeah. What do you mean, Steve?
It's
What's
the
the
long
link?
ones.
What link? Or do you want a link? Here's a link. Oh, that's not the right link. Oh, StreamYard, yeah. There you go. I put it back in chat a bunch of times, but sometimes chat disappears.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no. So this the video there, the guy does give a description of the DNA, how it works. That the DNA has like antenna on top of it to receive light and codes, and then he talk about the past history with the synchronization, radiation coming to Earth, and the changes every time that has happened. They have records of it,
That's the
and
exact system they're trying to hijack right now. They're
yeah.
trying to hijack that system. Yep.
But I don't, they can try, but I don't think it's going to work. I think something like that is going to be happening in 2027, which will cause the split. Well, we'll see.
I can see it.
You're gonna well, we're going to have ET interaction and everything with the inner Earth. So all this that is on the map to happen before 2030. That's why they're pushing now with the transhumanism. They are kicking in high gear, and yeah, some people are gonna fall in that trap, but that's their path, that's their experience to learn. Yeah, you're gonna save everybody.
Yeah. We're all here to learn from our mistakes.
Yes.
So they'll learn. They can't escape it.
Yeah.
They can ignore it for as long as they can, but they can't escape it.
Yeah. And the guy apparently also had a book on describing how basically our Merkaba light body is what is going to be activated. And he described how you can activate, and apparently there's some people that activate it, and one sister recorded the other sister, and you see a light in the sky keep forming into like a Merkaba, like two Merkaba in one. So apparently people has activated and has moved. So yeah, but I think I'm here for the long run.
I'm wondering if some of the things they're calling UAPs instead of, well, those are underwater, but they're not just calling them UFOs anymore. And I just wonder if some of those are people who have what I call Merkaba'd up. They've leveled up, they've activated their Merkaba, and that's what we're seeing that they say is unidentified. But I am saying I have identified them.
It could, yeah, yeah, I see that highly possibility. Yes.
Well, if you want changes to happen in your body, learning how to give yourself goosebumps, piloerection, release the stem cells and pineal fluid.
Yes.
Yeah, I think through music, the music can activate that easily. I think a certain music that that you like, that gives you goosebumps or excitement. Play that.
Sorry, Angel, I'm going to put Steve up. We haven't had him up here. How you doing, Steve? Good to see you.
Hey, Steve. I can't hear you if you're talking.
Good. How are you guys doing? You hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's blue.
Sorry, I'm just getting. Why is that back there? That's weird.
Yeah, you look like the Blue Man Group.
Yep.
mhm.
I thought that was intentional.
Oh yeah, just somebody in the chat, Chris, put that 2027 is the year of the fire horse. That's 2026 is the year of the fire horse. The 2027 is the year of the fire goat.
Okay.
Ah, good
Yeah,
to know.
fire goat.
I can turn the light on.
This year is the wood snake. Wood element. It gives out that there's going to be a lot of expansion in technology, and we're seeing a lot of new technology coming to light. Yes.
Well, you're just black now. You're not blue.
Oh, did you like the blue better?
Blue is cool, actually. It's like Blue Man Group.
I'm just trying to get something to shine off my head.
Let's see what else we got here. Hold on.
So people that are like for this year, people that are so I mentioned this already. People are born in pig year have to take it easy, and next year people born in rat year has to take it easy because the rat and the horse are opposite of each other, enemy energy. So that.
Okay, so he says that when the galaxy explodes, it produces synchrotron radiation, accelerated by magnetic field emitted by superwave cosmic rays. Okay.
Yes.
Synchrotron radiation produced ranges over the entire electromagnetic spectrum from radio waves to infrared light, visible light, ultraviolet, X-rays, and gamma rays, which aren't that good for us.
So it penetrates the whole spectrum.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Okay, what are we seeing here?
There's also a video talking about the Hopis talking about the event that is going to be happening. There's a video of it. I think they're also talking about the blue and the red Kachina.
So they say already one superwave has left the center of the galaxy. There's no way we can see it coming. Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay.
So it's been wiped out several times in the past by superwaves. So this is not necessarily a good event. We didn't die; we evolved. That's a better outcome.
Yes. It's positive. It's positive.
It's evolving now. I
Like
think
when-
we're getting ready for it. Like Mother Nature knows it's coming, and she's getting us, some of us, ready for it.
Yes.
Like the butterfly in the chrysalis, eventually it changes into a liquid and then it becomes a butterfly and then it comes out. And when we die, that's what happens. Supposedly die. That's what happens. We're
It
evolving.
cites the Cambrian explosion.
Yes.
Different species coming to existence at one time, seemingly. Missed something there. Okay, yeah, it's the same thing about the Cambrian.
Yeah, it happened a couple times. That just,
Yeah,
if you run a laboratory, like this is what you would do if you were running an experiment. Whoever they are.
okay, so synchrotron radiation causes mutations. 90% of all life on Earth has been wiped out on at least 5 occasions. So it comes with its negatives there. life either mutated into a new species or evolved new traits.
Well, have you looked at the studies that they've done on like wolves and things in the Chernobyl area?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Actually,
No, I haven't looked at it.
thriving in the radiation.
Mm.
Like we've
Yeah.
got the genetic memory of how to defend against huge amounts of radiation.
I do think we have the DNA of almost every creature on the planet in us. I think we're capable of having it all. I believe we come from a chimeric species, where we interbred. So there's probably everything else inside of us, that
It's
could be
like
activated at any time.
like the proper spokespeople for the planet that we are.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
picture there looks like Steve did when he first came in. All
New
blue.
contact points into your body can code for more proteins. Coding for more proteins means more DNA strands. Okay.
Well, it's all the
12-strand DNA. Yeah, I've heard of a 4. People have been talking about 12-stranded recently.
Well, it also matters how it's folded up on itself, and so you make a 3-dimensional object out of it. Like when it's stored, it's like folded like on a spindle kind of.
Oh, it's like a big ball. I can show
Yeah.
you that. We have. They want to work with that electrically. They want to interrupt cell formation at the molecular level, and it's gene encoding and decoding. So they really want to do that with light. Yeah, they're trying to come up with ways to do what
the body already does.
Do what the body already does, yeah, so that they can have control over it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? They don't want you evolving without their control.
Right.
Well,
But
and that's
at the same
insanity
time,
on their part. Like
seeing
that's
how
ultimately how we
evolution-
win, is because that's insane to think that you can outsmart.
Well, they know that they're not going to evolve, or at least they think they won't, because they're not living in light.
No,
And if
right.
they know
Yeah,
that,
they're just money. They're non-playing characters. Yeah.
they have the love of mammon, right? Which the Bible warns against. No,
Well,
not
I
that
think
the
they're
Bible
like
was
a
written
kind
by
of
God.
AI that's just gotten out of control.
Yeah, not that the Bible was written by God, but in the human understanding, the Bible is a great book. So
You can learn a lot from it. Yep.
yeah, and that's one of the things is the love of the material and the money.
The illusion, right?
Yeah, it'll bring you down.
Loving the illusion, and it's like the untangible, right? It's like something that you can't hug, or something that can't love you back. Money, and you're putting all this energy into it, and therefore it can be the root of something very evil. Doesn't have to be, but it can be.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for people like that though, they fear hugs because they have some kind of a psychological whatever that like a bad experience as a kid, but so a hug is painful to them. So they have to rechannel that into something that they.
I find that in the
Billy,
spirit
very
realm.
good.
In the spirit realm, hugs or love are very painful, and they will just leave if they're not a positive entity.
I've actually been told I give the best hugs. I wish I could hug you all and show you.
Doubt that for a second. I don't know how, but.
So why are we looking at body scanners in airports here, Alex? If you could comment for us.
Can I ask, has anyone on the
think-
panel walked through one?
Yes.
Not lately. A long time I did, and some of them have already. I think he mentioned about it also affecting us, our biofield, those airport scanners, and he said that he tried to avoid it. He always asked for a pat down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good idea.
I've never walked
Just a good
through one at all.
cautionary idea, really.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like it's
especially
more.
your-
They're not really finding anything out. It's more like practice, or
Training.
like maintenance testing. Yeah, it's
They're training you for future. Yeah, you next thing you know, you walk in your grocery store and you've got to get scanned.
yeah.
Yeah.
A quick
And then
diagnostic
they take
check.
away the grocery
Yeah.
store.
Yep. Well, it's
Yeah.
a good way to practice some of
Yes.
the technologies too, because they can
Yes.
stick whatever they want in there and see what it does. You know,
Yeah.
you've got a line of guinea pigs going through it, so why not test some things in it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fluoroscope.
And
Yeah.
see, and that's a computer's thinking all the way, like, because it's maximum efficiency. Like,
Yeah.
you know, how can we test these people that are going to be standing around in line anyway, or stuck in traffic anyway, or doing this other thing anyway?
Well, you guys know that Biden today got awarded a Masonic, the Black Masonic Lodge. He was awarded a Master Mason presentation. He was just made a Master Mason in the Black Masonic Lodge. Yeah, go ahead, type it in. Type it in if you want. Type in the Biden Black Masonic Lodge.
I'm a Mason.
No.
Before you
Don't
say
just let anybody in there.
Oh
I don't know. You have good Masons, but they have been infiltrated, and they don't know that they're putting their energy to Baphomet and shit. You
when
know?
I'm a Mason in the little lodge in my hometown of Ogden, Iowa, which is like 1,000 people on a good day, and like all they do there is, you know, pancake breakfast and
That's what most of
sausage dinner, you know, like
Black
Yeah.
American Freemasonry, including the lodge that granted Joe Biden membership. Joe Biden joins
It's
Black
not like he's going to remember.
This is all a show with that, you know?
He faced-
Maybe it's a sign of something.
Sorry, go ahead, Alex.
I don't know. I think, I don't know with this, he joined the Mason. Okay, what they want to portray with this, because we know he's not there conscious of himself.
Yeah,
So
apparently-
what message they want to portray, you know, give out? What's the meaning behind it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. What's the meaning behind it? Exactly.
yeah, they think in symbols way more than we do.
Yep. Symbols,
I think the words,
sigils.
I think language is
Hmm.
the original trap.
Says there he might face excommunication because he's supposed to be Catholic, right? So
Yeah.
you're not supposed to be a Mason and a
Leader,
Catholic.
I thought he was Muslim.
leader lies. That's right.
Interesting.
All computers don't lie.
Yep.
They're just misprogrammed.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the last prophecy? Is that the
Get to the
Kachina?
cult of personality.
Oh yeah. This guy, let me see. I think he was from Europe somewhere.
Regarding the end of our civilization and the beginning of the golden age. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Again.
he mentioned.
Which Trump has stated we're in the golden age, in his opinion. Whether that be true or not, you know.
Right.
This
Right.
was-
If you,
yeah,
it's a good time to read Homer, as in the ancient Greek Homer, because that's what this is. They're reenacting all this shit. It's, you know, that old
Yes.
God
Iliad.
stuff. Like they believe it for
Homer is
real.
also the Orion constellation. Yeah.
Indeed, the Iliad.
oh yeah, with the light coming in, you know, that's why the guy said here, everybody will soon be subjugated to divine fire that will purify and prepare them in regards to the new era. So the new earth, and depending in your frequency that you are in, you're going to be activating more DNA codes, which are the codons, which
Yeah. Don't drop
normal-
out, T. I'm going to let Angel Wings up for a second. She's been sitting in the back chat there. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hi, Angel. Good to see you.
I've been extra busy with my energy issues.
Oh.
I'm so right on with all this energy upgrades and stuff. I've been going through so many upgrades, and the hilarious part is, it seems like the bigger negative entity that I transmute through, it creates like this negative feedback, and it took out my refrigerator, it took out my coffee pot. I've even glitched out my electrical system with my hair dryer. I had like this negative thing messing with me, and it was literally pulling energy from that outlet through my hair dryer that I was touching, and tripped the breaker. That was
Ooh.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's nasty. So I'm gonna bop you and G in and out, if that's all right with you. Because
Oh, do you want me to drop out?
Oh yeah, if you would. I got 7 up here.
Did
Okay.
anyone else
Right on. Thank you. I had a good time. Thank you very
was
much.
especially bright today?
Oh, now we had everybody drop out. Now everybody's gone. Okay, now everybody's gone.
Good.
All right. Well, we got some open spots now, so we'll put the link up again.
Couple of people just bounced, huh?
Yeah. Well, we've been on for a while. It's been 2:30. I have to drop out pretty soon because I have class in half an hour.
It's because of what I said.
That it must have been.
No.
It must have been.
I'll leave. I'm always the problem.
My
No, it's not.
recent accomplishment, I took my car out. My alternator in my car totally went out last upgrade.
Wow.
Wow.
Where are you from, Steve?
Iowa.
Okay, close enough to Canada. Yeah.
Yeah. 75% vowels, 100% awesome.
Yeah, I have cousins in Iowa.
Yeah.
Quite a few of them, actually.
No, born and raised here. Like not very well traveled, but not for lack of not wanting to. But yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what
I was
Michael
just wondering your accent.
Sorry, I'm well smudged.
Yeah.
I'll lose my train of thought quickly.
Now, people from Iowa kind of sound Canadian.
Oh,
They have kind of a Canadian. They have a kind of Canadian sense of humor.
I went to
Iowa for some reason. They're very Canadian-like. It's funny.
Oh, well, I've heard it's a lack of an accent is what I've heard, because I was actually a journalism student at Iowa State, and they recruit a lot, like the national TV stations recruit a lot from Iowa because they have that no accent that can be understood anywhere in the country, or sound normal anywhere in the country.
Well, I get that a lot too, though. A lot think I'm from Canada, and I'm from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Iowans are corny. But we're safe because you got to grow the food somewhere.
Yeah. Stop with all the GMOs and glyphosate, though, please.
Right. No.
There's some countries are jumping on board with Russia of banning GMO. Yeah.
Oh yeah, most of Europe won't buy your grain.
It's all industrial here. Like there's no
sorry,
family farms anymore. Like that's all just fairy tales at this point. It's all industrial farming.
Yeah. Same in Canada. Most of it's industrial farming. Almost
like
all.
Even the family farms have been sold to a corporation, and they're just keeping them as the family farm so that they're still family farms.
Yeah, I think people have to go back in that. I think this year with the 9 Energy being humanitarian, a lot of people are going to be focused on that and building up communities and growing their own food. That's going to be a thing, I tell you.
Oh yeah, I wanted to show you this DNA scaffolds encoding messages. So these little buggers, these techie dudes, they write little messages on your DNA for each other, so they can go and it's like Twitter for nerds,
Twitter for 4-dimensional nerds.
Right. Okay.
Interesting.
So we'll eventually be subject to the divine fire, which the fifth world is supposed to die in fire. Those who attempt to oppose it will be carried off and transferred elsewhere.
Yes, they're going to go to another 3D world, and they will have to start back again new. Those
Okay.
people that are into the lower frequency, let me put it
Yeah.
that way.
That
Yes.
gets a little woo-woo for me. I could see them going insane, as a reality. But, maybe it's a different reality of the mind, maybe. Or maybe even they do just melt into some different reality. Who knows?
You've got to have it.
Wild.
You've got to have an anchor. Like it's got to start somewhere. You got to have, when you're pulling on the rope to go back, there's somewhere that you're going back to, whatever that point is.
Hopefully, yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting thought. It's like the rapture in reverse, right?
Well, yeah.
All the good people get drawn up into heaven in the rapture, but in this, all the bad people get drawn down into a lower dimension or something, or
like a white hole.
No, another 3D Earth.
Okay. I hope they get happiness too.
Well, they have to start back again new. Like put it that way.
Yeah. Okay. Oh well.
And we will activate our light body. So you eat only for pleasure. We don't need the quantum mad beds, no technology.
What about sex? I like sex.
What?
What about sex? I like sex.
Oh, sex is gonna be. We still have our body. I think.
Okay. We're good. Okay.
Yeah, sex is gonna be. I think the sex there is gonna
And
be.
These light bodies, they're gonna feel much better than a woman's skin against my body. Is that the idea here?
Well, the sex is gonna be.
I'm looking forward to this. Come on,
It's gonna
build up my hopes here.
No, it's gonna be on another level. I tell you, spiritual level, and
like
the
meld with
affirmation.
each other. Will be light bodies will just like merge with each other, and it'll be like some tantric sexual thing. You'll just feel total nirvana. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome. I'm getting
well. You can
just try not to think about those things that she's screaming as a spell, because they're not.
But you can start in this three-dimensional self with tantra sex, with Indian tantra. I wanted to try that. Yeah, the way that you can. Yeah, that's the plan.
Everyone should really give it
you can do it by yourself or with a partner.
Yeah.
Yes. But there also, what I understand, the processing of children is also going to go faster. It's not going to be 9 months. It's going to be 3 months.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Because 9
We're
months.
going to come out smaller? Are we going to come out smaller?
The process is going to go way faster.
Yeah.
Like there's already a method here that they use.
If we come into a new age, if we got smaller, like we did through like all the other ages, we seem to get smaller and smaller as we go along.
True that.
It'll be a mini me, right? It'll be awesome.
I don't know about smaller because I honestly think some of them are going to be bigger because my kid, she's only 12 and she's taller than me. Well, I'm 5 foot, but still, she's taller than me and she's getting bigger. And I've been running into kids more frequently that are looking like they're taller. It's like that
happened when I was in high school. That happened right after the grade 9ers came in. When I was in grade 10, these grade 9ers came in and they changed the milk. They started putting the hormones in the milk. And these kids were like 6'4", 6'6". It was ridiculous. That's why I think that's what they did to Baron there. I think they hormoned him.
Oh my God, he's a mutant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he got the best of the best.
Yeah.
Did you notice? Okay, so the place now where I had to go, up into the attic and in the dark and crack open a window is to go have a cigarette.
Wow.
I was, it's like no one cares about smoking whatever you want anywhere else, but I got to go hide to have a cigarette now, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are you? You in Canada too?
In America, in Iowa.
Oh, Iowa.
Are you
Okay.
renting, I guess?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm renting too, but I said,
But even
uh,
still, like the laws and just the attitudes have changed. Like, from when, to where, it's that,
Yeah.
use is accepted, or way more than cigarette use is accepted.
yeah,
And especially not old people like me that still smoke an actual cigarette and don't vape or whatnot.
Yeah, I smoke ganja, Yeah.
Ganja. That's
Yeah,
the
man.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So no, this guy, the Peter Dunov, was just one of many that gave a prophecy of what they saw, what's to come.
yeah,
So we just clear our body. Detox is good to get as much as out as possible, so they have less control of us. I think the higher we vibrate, the less control they have of us. So keep your energy high. Grounding is key. Sunlight also, and it's gonna come good. Don't live in fear.
yeah.
Yeah, don't ever live in fear.
No. All right. Well, I'm going to cut it off here. That's a good point. Because I have class in 20 minutes. I have to do a few things. Thank you, everyone, for coming up. This was a lot of fun. Enjoyed the
All right.
Thank you. It is.
Thank
I hope
you.
everybody gets something out of this. And until class, we'll see you later.
Blessings.
Much love.
Later.